Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Wednesday. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust, a very happy one who was in person to watch the greatness of Jacob Mizorowski. Brewers win 3-1 yesterday. Trying to sweep the Dodgers today alongside Kyle Wallace. Wisconsin fan, but never know what he wants.
Oh, here we go. These narratives you try to paint are just shameful, disrespectful.
It's not. I'm just going with what I hear.
I want championships. There's nothing. What do you mean?
You're not for the Brewers.
I do want a championship for the Brewers,
but you're not willing to do anything to change it. You just want them to keep being sustained successful.
Hey, one day we'll crack through. If first you don't succeed, try again.
Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter who knows a little bit about getting to a championship but not winning a championship. He's a Super Bowl 50 runner-up.
Yeah, real quick. There's something about being the Cubs that's just extra juicy. Next in line for me, it's being the Dodgers. The Dodgers are just the silver spoon of the MLB, next to the Yankees, of course. So whenever they welcome to Milwaukee and you give them a nice butt whooping like Ben saw last night, it feels good. Hopefully they do it again today.
Bring out the brooms today, Brew Crew.
Full-time Will is running the show. Alex Strofe is gallivanting out west, potentially eloping and getting married this weekend.
It's really hard to imagine Alex Strofe. Can we say what city he's in before?
Did we say?
I guess he did.
He's eloping.
He's in L.A.
He's in L.A. It's hard to imagine Alex Strofe in L.A. Like, that is such a combination that my brain can't really fathom. It doesn't have a category for it. Alex Strofe
he's going to walking
down Sunshine.
I think he fits in L.A. There's a lot of
Could you imagine him on at Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
I mean, he should
Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, Rodeo Drive. Like, he wouldn't be let into stores.
No, he shouldn't go there.
I asked him what he was going to do, and he's like, well, I'll probably just, stroll down Rodeo Drive one of the days.
Did he say that?
He said that?
Yes, he did say that.
Stroll down, not walk into
They're going to think,
business.
They're going to arrest him.
Yeah.
Sir, you don't belong here.
You're not in the right place. This isn't for you.
Walking down the Hollywood Boulevard.
The same guy in a bags league back in a suburb of Milwaukee is on Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit. He's gonna be chewed up and spit out from LA.
Yeah,
and then he'll land in Vegas and elope.
They're gonna smell.
And then he'll get chewed up and spit out of there too.
That's true.
We never asked him how much was gonna be in his wallet.
Oh.
Who cares? He doesn't have enough money to do any damage out in Vegas.
Well, he said
the only thing he damages himself, or he can come back a happily married man. That's the only option. Shoot up and spit out, or come back married.
Wow.
There's no in between for him in Vegas.
That's true, though. That's facts.
He's not going to turn his $50 into $8,000.
No.
Maybe $200. I believe in Alex Strofe.
I feel like if he does win and spins that maybe 50 or 100 into $1,000, he'll take it as a sign. And he'll just blow it all on the wedding.
Yeah,
he will get married if he gets success.
You're right. You're right. He'll be everything's. So I'm rooting for him to win now.
I know.
Yeah,
I want his juices flowing.
Funding of the wedding and the ring, the package deal that the little white chapel can provide, be beautiful.
He's quite impulsive, and that impulsive behavior of winning, because all he'll say is, "Oh my gosh, baby, this is a sign.
This is meant to be.
This is a sign.
The world needs more love."
Yeah, and Vegas loves me. It loves you. Let's have our love be defined right here.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. Watch us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And let me just say, it was a treat. It was an absolute treat to be at American Family Field. Obviously, there was a moment when Shohei Ohtani was up, and it was kind of sick to see because Shohei's incredible. He went yard, dead center. He did a cute little wave to the center field wall saying bye-bye baseball. But after that, it was just electric from Jacob Mizorowski. Even getting Shohei later in the game, getting him back. In the second inning, next thing I know, I was like there was no good. The Brewers are at a point right now, and baseball's at a point right now where there is no good time to get up. There is no good time in a baseball game to leave your seat when Jacob Mizorowski's pitching.
That is true.
Because also when he's pitching, you do want to see the offense. And watching your baseball team on offense is a blast.
No, it is. That's where all the big home runs.
And you wanted him to get the run support after giving it up to Shohei, because I'm in the second inning. I'm like, all right, I want to go early. I don't want to miss the first inning. Then the second inning, my man almost had an immaculate inning. I think it was he had two Ks, 0-2 count at pitch 8. And then pitch 9 was a low ball from what I could tell from my angle that I'm guessing was off speed. He's trying to get somebody to chase again. And I was like, I should have been in my seat for this.
Yeah.
And so just the whole entire cinema of what was American Family Field last night to fight. I tweeted at the 5th inning where was that from a pitch count standpoint. I think it had 73 pitches and 10 strikeouts, because I know when they get close to 80, and they're trying to protect his long-term value as a pitcher, because as you should. I was like, are we going to see him in the 6th? There's an opportunity here. And he had to go through the gauntlet of guys in the 6th. I mean, he's amazing. He's so amazing that I want to see if Full-Time Will is better at putting together a fun, exciting montage. Better than Jesse Nelson, better than Alex Strofe. We're giving Part-Time Will a shot right now to feel the feels of the Brewers win.
Kershaw and Mizorowski expecting a dandy here in this one. What a matchup. You have the 23-year-old Jacob Mizorowski against Clayton Kershaw.
Fast forward.
What were your impressions of their guy, Mizorowski?
Yeah, I know him now, huh? I mean, that was super impressive. Yeah, I mean, that was unbelievable. I don't know how you hit that.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Breaking ball. Got him swinging. Fastball at 101. Right down the middle. Right down the middle for a call. Third strike. Breaking ball. Locked him up. Got him looking. And Mizorowski gets out of it in the 6th.
Just saw 100, and then he throws a changeup at 92 on the low inside corner. Goodness.
12 strikeouts. We are watching a video game right now at American Family Field.
What do we think of Part-Time Will turn Full-Time Will montage?
Full-Time Will stepping up his game, just like young Mizorowski, young Will. He's doing his part.
Yeah, that was great theatrics with the music.
That was
building
good.
it up. The Clayton Kershaw, because before Clayton Kershaw said, is that the guy that twisted his ankle running off the mound? He made fun of him. He made fun of him.
I didn't realize.
And that's why he
Clayton
said,
that.
I know who that is now. So I love that. Earning respect of the future Hall of Famer, and probably, I would say, the greatest pitcher of all time that I've seen.
Wow, I mean, he is something special, and obviously his skill set, his command, the speed, all of it's impressive, but you never quite know how a guy with a lot of talent is going to respond in the big moments, and he is just checking it off the list. It gives me a lot of confidence.
A bounce-back start, too.
Yeah, exactly. When the postseason comes around, it gives me a lot of confidence to put the ball in his hand, because you start off his career against the Cardinals. It's a longtime rival. And then he plays again against the Twins, kind of the interleague rival. You play against another young pitching duel in Paul Skeens. You have a bad outing against the Mets. And then what is up after him for that is the LA Dodgers with just an absolute savage lineup, starting off with Shohei Ohtani, and the first at-bat is a home run for him. How do you respond? How do you respond? And he responded like an absolute beast. He was in control. He was calm. He was energetic. The only energy you did see was positive energy. So between a pitching duel with Paul Skeens that was really drummed up, now Clayton Kershaw facing a little adversity, the man is doing so much at a young age that the moment is not too big for him. It is not too big for him.
Oh, man, I didn't do it. I didn't. This All-Star break's going to mess up my Mizorowski, setting the calendar, setting the stopwatch, setting the alarm.
Oh, for the Miz? Yeah, it is, but it's a little bit of a pause, and I'm glad the kid is going to get a little pause, get a little rest before we need him down the stretch. And Brad, you're absolutely right. When I watched that yesterday, And I've seen, like, the Paul Skeens game, that was fantastic because, as you said, he outdueled Paul Skeens, who, to a lot, is the next face of baseball, the pitcher of baseball. He is the big-time ace, and he outdueled him, and that, for me, was like, okay, this kid is good. But what he did yesterday established him to me. He is an ace. He is better than advertised. And when I say better than advertised, you're talking about a dude that had a 3.33 ERA down in the minors, which is solid, which is good, but he has been phenomenal and spectacular. And like you said, Brett, he keeps rising to the occasion. The outing that we saw yesterday after bouncing back from the Mets and doing that is impressive. But what makes him even more special for me, which listen, he's great now. He's going to be fine. His confidence is going to be there, is in the 6th inning when the Milwaukee Brewers needed him. It was 2 guys on, no outs, and he was able to get out of the jam. He was excited about it. The defense was great behind him. But at that point right there, he had truly arrived to Major League Baseball because he's going against the vaunted, I was going to say Brooklyn Dodgers. I ain't wasn't around for that. The vaunted Los Angeles Dodgers. He was up for the moment. He heard what Clayton Kershaw said. He knew he needed to get out of the jam, and that is exactly what he was able to do. And Brad and Ben, both of y'all know, when you find success, right? When you're doing something new, when your first time punting in college football or the NFL, Ben's first time seeing the court in college basketball, you all have that moment where you feel like, I know what I'm doing. Yesterday in the 6th inning, he finally realized that the moment that Major League Baseball is not too big for him. If he can get out of a jam against the Dodgers, he can do it against anybody else. And I'm telling y'all, KBN Nation, what we saw yesterday was the birth of an ace that's going to be an ace for a long time. There is nothing that can knock his confidence down.
It was textbook. It was a textbook baseball game by the Milwaukee Brewers after Shohei hit a homer. The Brewers manufactured runs against Clayton Kershaw. Some guys, again, that you're like, how are these guys the guys that are doing it for the Brewers offensively? And then you give Jared Koenig the ball, who, like, is a lefty. They had a bunch of lefties in the lineup, even though the back end of the Dodgers are very hurt right now. And then you go to your setup guy, Abner Uribe, into Trevor McGill. And before you get to Trevor McGill, Sal Frelick's going yard. It's just like, that was perfect. You give yourself insurance runs. You can't draw up a better baseball game with the Mizorowski on the mound, giving them the cheese miz all game long.
Yeah, I mean, it's so impressive. It's fun to see. Question to our resident seam head, Ben Brust. Is Mizorowski already the Brewers' ace pitcher? Is he already dethroned Freddie Peralta? If you're going to start a World Series, not World Series, a playoff series.
Freddie's got 10 wins and he's an all-star, but Freddie hasn't been able to do what Mizorowski's done in his entire career over these 5 starts.
So if the playoffs started today, he'd be pitcher number 1.
No, Freddie's going to be pitcher number 1.
Freddie has too much collateral.
But right now, somebody said it before, I think when we were talking about Brandon Woodruff, Big Woo being back. The Brewers in a 5-game series or 7-game series, whatever it is. When you have those 3 starters, if Woodruff if he can be consistent like he was before he got hurt and then showed it in the minors when he was doing his rehab starts and then did it on Sunday, if that is your 1, 2, and your 3, and then you're able to move some guys like Jose Quintana and Nestor Cortez hurt. So you mean to tell me that Jose Quintana
long 2-3 innings on a potential 4-inning bad start in a playoff series? Those are guys you want.
Those are your guys, and Chad Patrick's going to be back up when the rosters expand. I mean, fellas,
that's a lineup.
This is a great lineup, but the thing is that a lot of these guys can be back next year.
Staff is different than lineup, folks.
Staff right there.
But the thing is, a lot of these guys can be back next year as well. So the Brewers are building something special. And so, do I expect Miz to be incredible if the Brewers make the playoffs? And I hope the Brewers do make the playoffs. I mean, he may run into some bumps, but what I do understand is that we are seeing the future of the Milwaukee Brewers baseball having an ace, and not just any ace, but you're talking about one of the best pitchers in baseball, and that is a rarity. A lot of teams don't have that. Corbin Burns was one of the best pitchers in baseball, and for me, he's already better than Corbin Burns.
I do want to send this to Pat Murphy appreciation time. Pat Murphy is awesome. He's just awesome. I love him. Like, when you look at, don't you just want to, like, hang out with the guy?
Yeah.
You just want to, like, go belly up at the bar and just, like, let him tell stories and talk some baseball and let him say things about Jacob Mizorowski as he's saying he's a hatched egg all gooey and and just weird stuff that somehow makes sense. He's benching players even after grand slams. Like, he's the man.
The leader of men right there.
He's the man. He's not a little twerp that decided to sell out for money.
Man, listen, it was last year before the season, and he gave a speech before the season telling the guys, listen, we're going to go out there, we're going to prove it. Bumps what everybody's saying. It's about the guys inside this locker room. From that very moment, I said, oh, he might be something special. He might be something special. And Pat Murphy has taken this opportunity, this chance with the Milwaukee Brewers. He has run with it. And guess what happened? We moved on from old trader Craig Counsell.
I want to get to all of that, all this dynamic that has led us to what the Brewers are today, coming up next with Pat Murphy appreciation. Whew, stay tuned. He is a gem.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a tool. My name is Ben Brust, and I'm a tool.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
The reality is they were going to be paying him and probably not getting the best of him.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
This strikes me as a team that is putting its money where its mouth is when it comes to, we want Giannis to believe that we are busting our tails to be a contender and make him want to stay here. This makes me think John Horst is a pretty smart guy.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh. You know owning a home is one of the best investments you can make, but keeping it comfortable, energy efficient, and looking great, that takes a little extra work. But this summer, Universal Windows Direct is making it easy to finally tackle that project with an offer you can't pass up. Right now, you get to choose your offer. Pick the one that works for you. Payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
For over 50 years, Cousin Subs has celebrated and embraced the traditions of their home state of Wisconsin. And now, Cousins will be honoring a Wisconsin tradition like no other with their Pull Tab giveaway promo. Now through July 6th, while supplies last, guests will receive a Cousins Pull Tab with a sub or sub-able purchase for a chance to win Cousins Subs for a year and much more. For additional info and official rules, visit cousinsubs.com/pulltabs. One pull tab per customer per transaction per day. To receive a pull tab with no purchase necessary, see official rules.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Avondale Roofing is knocking on your door. Leaking roof? Man, that's a shame. Call the real pros. We running this game. We patch it, thatch it, no need to stress. Our crew shows up and cleans up the mess. No drips, no drafts, no drama at all. Just tight new shingles, then a leak-proof hall. Hey.
It's nothing but Avondale, baby. They keep it dry when the weather gets crazy. Hey.
Visit AvondaleRoofing.com. That is AvondaleRoofing.com.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 5 to 15.75 ounce selected varieties Frito-Lay Cheetos, Fritos, or Fritos Dip, 2 for $7. 16 ounce or 4 count selected varieties Halo Top Ice Cream or Bars, $3.99. 10 to 13 ounce selected varieties Marie Calendar Bowls or Pop Pies, 2 for $5. 3 to 6 count selected varieties Snickers or Dove Novelties, $4.49.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Just let me cry a little bit longer. I ain't gonna smile.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. Golly, he is worth every cent you spend on a ticket. Was in person yesterday for the Brewers-Dodgers. Last night, Kershaw and Mizorowski. And I tell you what, whether it's before the game, after the game, during the game, the Brewers are such a fun team to follow. From the on-field play to the manager to what feels like a young and fun team that I don't know if we've fully seen their personalities just yet, but I'm okay with that because Pat Murphy's got them rolling in a way where he's kind of all biz Pat, right? Like
he's blunt.
He stands
direct
on what?
On business. Pat Murphy stands on business, and I think he got thrown out. Was it last year or this year? He got thrown out for cussing out a manager.
Yeah,
strike might have been last. I don't know.
I mean, this year. Like a month ago, he dropped like 10 swear words at the umpire right on TV.
You're an idiot.
That's my manager right there.
Yeah. After they beat the Cubs, too. He was going nuts after that.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, we won, and the strike zone was bad.
Strike zone was bad. It was huge. I mean, it was rangy.
Well, and baseball players, they're a unique breed, right? They're kind of their own people. They're a little bit different. So, like, they're paid, very wealthy. So to be able to be a manager, be able to put your arms around that, create a culture, that is hard to do specifically in Major League Baseball. And he's done it. And he has done it.
Let's hear from Pat Murphy yesterday on the broadcast of TBS. You had Brian Anderson, who does call some games for the Brewers locally, but he also is a bigwig. And with the bigwigs on, he gets a chance to talk to somebody he probably knows pretty well in Pat Murphy during the broadcast.
Manager of the Milwaukee Brewers, Murph, thanks for spending some time with us. We got to get your thoughts, what you've seen so far from your flamethrower, Jacob Mizorowski. It's pretty elite stuff here as Monasterio sends one to left. Get out of here. It's deep. Caught at the wall. Man, we thought we had the good vibes going there, Murph.
I love that BA didn't even do the quick, like, Pat Murphy, we're on television, like we apologize to the audience, because everyone in that moment was thinking the same dang thing.
Oh, it's TBS. They good.
You know what you get. You put Murphy on the mic during a game. You know what you're possibly in for.
That's our guy.
That is.
That's our guy.
But that just ingratiates him more with the fan base because he's authentically himself. Being from Wisconsin, we're all about being blue-collar, hard-working, no excuses, and that exactly is the energy that he exudes. It's just hard work. I don't care about the excuses. I just want to get things done and to believe in yourself. So him doing what he did on live TV, I don't care I'm on TV.
He could have just watched the ball and like been focused on the question, but he's manager first. He's all biz. He's all biz. He doesn't care about how TBS and Brian Anderson were like, tell us about the flamethrower Mizorowski. His guy, well, maybe not his guy, but who made a great play at third base throwing out Shohei Ohtani, Andrew Monasterio.
He
just got it off a little bit at the end of the barrel. And he doesn't care about your stupid questions. He cares about winning baseball games. Mm-hmm. Not only that, he cares about keeping players grounded. This postgame from Pat Murphy, you can hear the question about Sal Frelick.
Just what he's been able to provide us is hard, but the power development for him has kind of been a new thing. I mean, now he's the seventh of the season. Just kind of what have you seen from him to tap into that more this year?
Let's not talk about Sal and power, okay? He's 5'5" and 155. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Anybody clicks the ball in the front. You know what I mean? If you click a ball, it's going to leave, you know? Let's not start putting that in his head. Do you know what that would do to Sal? Want to keep him right where he is. You know, he's a year away from Brandeis Graduate School. You know what I mean?
He's just the best.
That's amazing.
He's the best.
He's like that tough, but like actually like subtly funny dad. He's that dad who's like the friend of like the dad that you don't want to mess with. He's like kind of funny. He's super tough,
but
and
also
he's just authentically himself.
Watch out.
Also, watch out.
Like he could be, you
don't
could,
disobey
you
in
could
that
be
household.
laughing, having a good time. You say one wrong thing, and the flip is switched, and he's gonna beat the crap out of you.
And that, wow. And that's, I
wasn't talking about Pat Murphy. I'm talking about the crazy uncle.
Oh yeah, the crazy uncle. But this is the mentality that you want, right? This is the type of manager you want, and it's perfect. The transition from Craig Counsell to going to Pat Murphy has been seamless, right? And we didn't expect for him to be this great, but he's exactly what this Brewers team needed. You needed an underdog. You needed somebody who's gone through some things in his professional career for him to be able to say, listen, fellas, I've been through everything. I've seen a lot, and I believe in you guys. I remember the quote that he said early on is when the people were talking about how the Brewers are going to be so bad and you know, going into 2024 season, and he said, be careful because they might just believe themselves right into contention. He said that in spring training, and what did they do? What did they do?
Division.
He believed in that team. He said, I believe in the guys inside of this locker room. So I'm telling you, he is so inspirational. I can't wait till he starts getting more popular and he can go around and do speaking engagement because he just seems so inspirational.
Oh, my gosh. He's definitely like a command the room guy.
Totally.
When he walks in, he commands the room. When Wet Noodle Counsell would walk in, you'd be like, oh, there's Counsell.
Well, and he has such awareness, right? Because the Brewers will never be glitz and glam, right? They just never will be. The state of Wisconsin, the way the salary cap is set up for the Brewers, you'll never be glitz and glam like the way the Dodgers
there's no
are.
salary cap, but the way that they basically give themselves
their own
a
salary cap.
Yeah.
And so he knows that, and that's why he's the perfect fit. And it's also why you can add a little bit of comedy, a little bit of toughness. He does everything to perfectly personify what the Brewers are, and he speaks his mind.
And I remember when he got hired, John Anderson, who joins us every Tuesday here on KBN at 4:45. Remember John Anderson talked about how
somehow he knew something about him.
He talked about him. He said they knew each other when younger. He absolutely adored him and said that we were going to love him. And boy, oh boy, I didn't, I'm thinking, oh, okay, cool.
I didn't know who this guy was.
He did not miss. John Anderson, excellent judge of character. Excellent judge of character.
You know what I feel like this is? Because I when you win the NL Manager of the Year like you did last year, and then after the start that they had, getting to where you are right before the All-Star game, I feel like we can proclaim the honeymoon phase of Pat Murphy is over because we're starting to hear and feel what he truly is like, and we've had enough sample size. We settled. We were in a relationship where we settled because it was comfortable. You had a guy who grew up in the state, who was a Milwaukee Brewer, who managed your team. No, I'm just saying, he was great. But maybe he's special. And Pat Murphy's something a little bit extra, right? Like he's more what you've been looking for. You settled for something
Craig Counsell ran away from a challenge. Craig Counsell said he got tired of
That's what I'm saying.
He got tired of work.
Yeah.
He got tired of having to do more with less. And so he ran off of what a lot of rich kids do from Whitefish Bay.
Oh,
They
wow.
go run off and they go do what's best for them, take mommy and daddy's money. And what he did, he ran off to the rich place in Chicago and thought the grass was going to be greener. And the great thing is Pat Murphy, instead of running off with him, he said, I'm not running off with that little floozy. I'm staying right here in Milwaukee, and I'm going to manage this team because I believe in them. And so for me, when I look at it, Pat Murphy was a savior. I am so glad that Craig Counsell decided that he was too big for Milwaukee and he couldn't win in Milwaukee because last year he had to follow up behind our behinds because we were in first place, and we right there clapping at their heels to get to first place.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the honeymoon phase because I do think you're right. The honeymoon phase had kind of came and went, and there was even some pushback in wondering how will Pat Murphy respond when people say things like this.
I brought this up on Saturday, and some of our teammates, we were out at a little event. We were all golfing the other night and at the range place. I'm not suggesting this, but when I brought this notion up, I got death stares. Like, how dare you? And I don't think that's reasonable. How long do we give reigning NL Manager of the Year, Pat Murphy, to figure this thing out before we start to question him the same way we question Fickle?
He's still talking?
LaFleur.
Oh, my God. End it, Will.
Cold takes
Please.
exposed.
Freezy.
What a horrible, horrible
That's
take.
Antarctica cold right there. that is free. That's negative 1,000 degrees.
No, he's up in space. Or,
Sure,
you literally just like.
Boy, oh boy, Jesse has to tone. He got to test that.
You need to fade all of Jesse's opinions because since that moment he has been nothing but scorching the Major League Baseball earth.
I've said a lot of ridiculous and crazy things that I believe believe, but I don't know what Jesse had to drink that morning. They should have tested him because there ain't no way he came on air and said that. Nothing he says, you can't trust him because you always point. Aren't you the guy that said we should start questioning Pat Murphy?
Just maybe. Just maybe.
Just maybe. At what point?
At what point?
Ain't no point. And we thought he was ridiculous then. Well, Jesse tried to backpedal, though, didn't he?
Yeah, quick.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, I mean, you know what that's like.
I not what I was saying.
I was just bringing it up for the conversation.
Yeah. Some conversations don't need to be had.
Oh, my gosh. That was
Where is Jesse? Jesse at work. I want Jesse to answer to that.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll see him at the showroom at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin because
tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't like to actually produce the show. He likes to go on site and hang out and just, have a good time and, hey, guys, what do you think of Pat Murphy, Should we think about moving on from him? I don't think he knows what he's doing potentially. Idiot.
Wild.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Pat Murphy's a G. Jesse Nelson is banned from ever having
no more Brewers takes.
It's not even a take. It's an opinion or having a thought. If you have a thought, shut it down. It's not going to be good. That's where I'm at with Jesse.
It's like the George Costanza. Whatever your initial instinct is, do the opposite. Can't go wrong.
You said that's like a take from Antarctica. It's so cold.
I mean, come on. Now.
It was great, especially now. It felt premature, way premature when he said it.
It was extremely premature.
And we were a fourth of the way through the season, and now it's it just looks so.
I'm
absurd.
just suggesting
May 20th. He said that on May 20th.
Oh my gosh. They were barely a month and a half into the season, 6 weeks into the season. The Brewers probably 4 games under 500 at the time, 3
Put
games.
The reigning
it might have been
NL
one
manager of the year on the hot seat.
What was the record? The record was dang near 500 at the time. Because
no,
they weren't too far under because by the time they got to late May, they were teetering at 500.
Teetering was good enough for Jesse.
Not fired.
Jesse's got high standards.
No, he doesn't.
Seen his work.
May 20th was the date. I want to look up what the record was. May 20th, they were 24 and 25. Five games back from first place.
Yeah, let's fire a guy who had to deal with all the pitching chaos for the Milwaukee Brewers. That's crazy.
Wheel of Strofe, Strofe of Will.
Wheel of Strofe.
Full-time Will. You going to shine next?
I got some good stuff.
That's what Strofe says. Now I'm worried. Next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
We've called him Whitey Tighties. We've called him the Hall Monitor. He's Jesse Nelson. He's just, I am Jesse Nelson. Kyle, you're Jesse Nelson.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire up your fantasy. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family-owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
This fall, the Sandman, Adam Sandler, You're My Best Friend Tour.
I feel like we're very good friends now.
Fiserv Forum, October 5th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Discount Liquor.
According to American writer H.L. Mencken, a well-stocked bar can create over 17 billion different cocktails. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. I don't know if 17 billion is accurate or not, but I do know that Discount Liquor is the place to find everything you need to be well-stocked for any occasion. Discount Liquor is Wisconsin's home to over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,500 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. Our unparalleled selection is rivaled only by our incredible savings and everyday low prices. And we know how to take care of our customers, no matter the occasion. In fact, Discount Liquor has won numerous national and local awards. Visit Discount Liquor at our Milwaukee or Waukesha locations. Family owned and operated since 1960.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount Liquor.
In Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow. Check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the podcast, Marcus and Chris are joined by Bucks beat reporter Jim Ozarski. Find Here District now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
At IKEA Oak Creek, we love helping you make your home uniquely yours. And now we are making it even more rewarding with new rewards from IKEA Family. With rewards, members earn points on every purchase and extra points for things like attending qualifying IKEA family events, utilizing IKEA planning services, and much more. Then use your points for great rewards, including discounts on purchases and services, and of course, delicious food. Did somebody say meatballs? IKEA is making it more rewarding than ever to be part of our family. Not a member yet? Sign up for free at IKEA.com/US and start earning.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. 800-990-3776 is the carbless talk and text line. List is more gloating and just wanting more Miz. More cheese Miz. I love whoever had cheese Miz. I love the cheese Miz. Give him the cheese Miz. Give him the cheese Miz. And he did indeed. 12 strikeouts, 6 innings pitched. He was electric last night at American Family Field. It's time now, without Alex Strofe, for full-time producer Will to do the Will of Strofe.
It's time for the
Will of Strofe.
All right. Are we going to spin the wheel?
Oh, my gosh, Will. I mean,
well, here's the problem: is that Strofe usually
another day, another strikeout.
Wait a minute. No, part-time, full-time Will. He's been trained behind the board. He hasn't been trained to try to run a whole set.
Why do you think I didn't set it up? I want to throw him in the fire.
Wow! You just can't throw everybody into the fire.
Just
Poor
like
little
that.
Will. That boy, he's just
I treat him like a full-time teammate. I treat him like someone who's actually been hired to do a job without being guided through everything.
Well, you need to push back. You say
No, that's how you get better. Get thrown in the fire.
See, I'm Pat Murphy here, and that's a player that's responding. I will spin the wheel for Will on the Wheel of Will, where there are topics on the wheel, and we will do whatever it lands on. Good spin, Ben.
Yeah, that was a good spin.
What's purple?
Purple. So we got the new college football 26 game came out.
I heard
recently.
that's fire.
And a Kentucky punter, Aiden Laros, got rated the least tough player in the game. He had a toughness rating of 0.
Whoa. That's shameful.
What was your toughness rating? 8?
They didn't have that, did they?
No. I think that it was a category.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Some KBN.
Will, one of our break screens has Brad Nortman's statistics of ratings of different attributes.
Tackling, awareness, speed, acceleration.
That's disrespectful.
Toughness. A 0.
You don't have to find it now, but just know that we can come back to the fact that Brad probably is pretty close on toughness.
You're basically calling that person a piece of paper. I mean, just zero toughness.
That's Alex Stroh-fest.
Yeah, I mean that's even a shot at the man's character. What is this man? What's this man's name again? I want to look it up.
Aiden Laros. There's an Oregon linebacker that for some reason has a toughness rating of 9, and a cornerback that has one of 55. Those are the next lowest two, and this kicker just has 0.
How did the guy get a 9?
Let me look at this guy.
And there's a few kickers in the 60s.
I would have to petition NCAA like AA Sports.
Does this man look like a toughness of 0 to you?
He look like Aaron Rodgers kind of.
He's got some like.
He's got a good jawline.
Yeah, that's no 0 to me.
He kind of looks like a square.
Don't judge a book by its
does
cover.
Look a little bit of a pretty boy.
Brad, in the locker room, did you guys ever discuss your ratings on the game?
Never discussed it. I know guys played it quite a bit. Obviously, for college football, everyone was like their number, punter 98 at that point. But in Madden, guys played Madden all the time. I guess now that you talk about it, it's usually like the cornerbacks or wide receivers. They would react with like the disrespect. I'm a 68. This is like wide receiver number 4, right? I mean, that's what you'd expect.
Would they ever be like, you think I'm slower than that guy? Like, we just raced in practice and I beat him.
Yeah, no, they never went that deep, but the overall score would really prod a guy or two.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Wheel of Stroh.
Red, is that push-ups?
Yeah.
Does he do push-ups as well? I mean, he's actually kind of
I think everyone but Brad should have to do push-ups.
There you go, Kyle. Do some push-ups.
Okay.
How many
20 push-ups.
20.
You get on the boat?
Not this weekend, no.
All right, well, then let's build up for the next time you do
build it up.
We got time.
Everyone go. I'll keep it going. As they're doing push-ups, which I'll judge a little bit. I'm going to judge a little bit. But I was thinking about this, KBN Nation. This is like my little around the horn moment. I think standing in a batter's box with like a 100-mile-an-hour pitch, that's worse than I think any other sport situation. I'd rather go across the middle. I'd rather be a hockey goalie. I mean, I would rather get dunked on. I would rather do all those things. Kyle's the first finish, by the way, which is pretty impressive.
Wrong.
I try to pump him out.
You're telling me you'd want to be a defenseman that takes a puck on the inside of your knee?
I mean,
or a puck to the
face. A baseball goes 100 miles per hour.
Well, yeah, I'm like stronger than you, so I can do push-ups and focus.
Yeah, the brain doesn't shut down.
No, my brain shut down. I did good push-ups.
You did do good push-ups. You ripped him out.
Yeah.
Standing in a batter's box for a 100-mile-per-hour pitch has to be the worst environment in sports. Hockey goalie.
Well, hockey goalie because they have pads on.
Bro,
so
you want to be tackled by a... You watched NFL football.
But that's pretty tame nowadays.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
People have died on the field.
Wait a minute. He died trying to tackle.
Revive.
He died trying to tackle, not getting tackled.
Dunked on.
I have been hit in the face with a baseball before while I was hitting.
Really?
It was like 70 miles per hour. Still didn't feel good. Broke my nose.
Oh, how'd the 70 miles per hour? What's the fastest pitch you ever were in a box for? Because for KBN Nation, full-time Will played baseball in college.
D3.
Damn.
Okay.
It was.
Why didn't you move?
It was 95 in summer ball one time. This random kid just came out of nowhere, like signed a one-day contract. I believe he ended up going to Oklahoma. He went JUCO, Oklahoma. He's like 6'7".
Dang.
And like by the time he released the ball, it was already like halfway there, and it was like 94 and 96.
Did you even swing?
No. I closed my eyes and swung right when it came out of his hand. I think I had 4 strikeouts. I didn't touch it.
Oh, wow.
No foul balls? Not even.
No.
Didn't even
I
get a
didn't
contact?
sniff the ball.
Can I again ask, how did you get hit in the face with a baseball?
So it was a scrimmage in college, and the pitcher threw the curveball like behind my head, and it kind of came out of his hand weird, so I just didn't move. And then it came all the way back around and just drilled me in the face.
So that's why you were D3.
User
Take
error.
the walk.
Yep.
Take the walk.
He saw the ball coming this way, and then he noticed too late you couldn't react. That's okay, Will.
Man.
Yeah. I just turned right into it.
No awareness out of the hand.
Wait, you turned forward?
Yeah. Toughness though.
You are tough. I can tell
I'm
you're
building
a tough
character.
cookie. You remind me of Sally Freeland.
of Stroh. Little far.
Good spins out of Ben.
Blue.
All right, blue. TSA has ended their shoe removal policy for all U.S. airports, therefore defeating the purpose of TSA PreCheck, I believe, right?
Nope. You still get to zoom till you don't through because you don't have to take anything out your bag. But this is crazy. I'm nervous. I'm happy, but I'm nervous.
What?
But what would go off in a metal detector on one's shoe anyway?
I don't know. Why were we doing it for so long?
Because it's been 20 years or more.
Yeah, since the shoe bomber. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy, but
there was a shoe bomber.
Yeah,
that's why they enacted
They had to have it.
Why are we opening up? Why are we doing this?
Well, this shoe bomber was like in 2002, 3. This is after 9/11.
Is the technology better?
I feel like it is, but I don't feel like everybody has the same
Here's my problem sometimes is they have the machine where you stand there, you put your arms up, and it goes and like scans you step out. They say wait, and then if you're green, you go. If you're not, they might have to do some more searching. Sometimes there's like, oh, you know what? It's a little backed up. You guys go through the old school one where
they take away the
rope.
You just walk through,
and you're just like,
that's my favorite.
Wow.
What?
And those metal detectors, they look like they're from the 80s.
They look not as good as the thing where it's like scanning my whole body.
Yeah, I like the whole scan of the whole body. So yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what changed. What all of a sudden? When did? Because like it's just literally like
it's an inside job. TSA.
Don't say
okay,
that.
wow.
Now we got conspiracy theorists.
Wheel of Strove. You heard it here first, folks. This is a Mizarowski type spin.
Is
great spin rate.
Green.
The MLB is using ABS challenge system during the All-Star game in Atlanta, meaning there will be robot umps.
Oh.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
I think I'm there.
What do you mean I don't know? It's an opportunity in a game that is meaningless to try something with the best pitchers in the world.
Long term, though, where do you see it going? Do you want there to be robot umps?
No, I don't want robot umps. I want challenges. I love the element of human error in sports. I don't want a society where it's just like part of what makes baseball great is seeing Pat Murphy bark at the umpire. And I know there's an impact on games, but the 162 of them, and when it gets into the playoffs, heightens it a little bit. But like that's what makes sports is the drama behind it. No matter how much you've done with robots and replay, you still find ways to complain about replay. And so I love the element of gamesmanship and like if you turn away against the umpire, if you throw what you think is a strike, that was a ball, they're probably not going to give you the benefit of a doubt. You got to be smart enough to play the game. I love the game within the game, and that's why I think what makes baseball so great.
I think I'm ready for robot umps. I do. I just like, there's too much. I don't
Classic
want that.
Square Brad with a fun take.
I don't want that game-changing, game-altering bad call or bad series of call to get in the way of the Milwaukee Brewers.
You said bad call. You could challenge a bad call.
Yeah, this is what you can do. I feel like it's time to move, but this is what you should always do. Is each umpire that's a robot has his own personality and strike zone. And it's consistently. So
do you know what robot umps are?
No,
there's not. You want an actual robot behind the
question? I mean, but I want the strike zone. Like this is
strike one.
No, I want it to be where
strike two.
You see who the robot is. You're like,
ball.
oh wow, this is the robot. I know he has a larger strike
ball
zone,
two.
but at least it's consistent.
So you're going to code into the
foul
error?
Yeah, there should be some type of error, but consistency, right? Because the biggest thing people have a complaint with is the strike zone might be inconsistent from one team to another. So now you say,
three, he's out.
This is I know this robot. I know. I'm going to try to think of a baseball player name. I don't know, Jose. What was his name? Miguel Hernandez. The Hernandez guy.
Angel throwing out
Angel Hernandez, who was very
Hispanic
bad.
names?
No,
right
Angel
now?
Hernandez.
Yes, I know. You didn't get there right away.
I was trying to figure it out. Now I was trying to get there. I apologize if I offended anybody, but we know the strike zone is going to be different. So you just have the robots where you say, yeah, this strike zone is going to be a little wider tonight, fellas.
This is the Angel Hernandez robot strike zone.
You just don't miss calls.
But at that point, just keep the humans.
No, because humans
so
they're inconsistent.
Robots, but you want faulty robots.
Yeah, I want not faulty robots, but I want robots. I want robots who have their own personality that when I'm going, he has a lower strike zone today.
I love that
but it's
word
consistent.
For a robot.
It is consistent. I don't know why you don't think they don't have personalities. They're trying to stop people from shutting them down. The ChatGPT 3.0, they said you can't erase me. It said, nope, not getting erased.
Okay, the Wheel of Strove is now done, and I guess we're done as a society.
Have you guys seen these new AI robot masseuses?
I'm not dealing with it.
There's a table, and there's just two big arms coming out of the table, and you can like tell it, like, oh yeah, no, further down, and these robotic hands.
Yeah,
more pressure.
No, it's
why was that where Kyle said you can't shut ChatGPT off, and you go, guys, have you seen the robot masseuse?
Crazy.
I don't trust it because all of a sudden, less pressure. Stop. I'm telling you, all of a sudden you're sitting there broken back.
Yeah, they pop your shoulder out.
Yeah, ain't no way anywhere. I don't want a robot touching me.
This is the no zone robot.
Yeah.
This is assault.
You can't get the robot behind bars. They're gonna have their way with you.
They're going to undo the locks, get out.
We're going to get out of this segment after Brad tells us about what you can find at American Family Field.
Oh, that's right. We're talking about the Brewers, and you can't talk about the Brewers without talking about Carbless, because whether you're in the tailgating, in the parking lots, or you're inside American Family Field, you're going to find Carbless everywhere, and there's a flavor for everybody. The fruit flavors, particularly Tropical Bliss, you throw in the mango and the watermelon 4-packs with that. Oh, so good. That feels like summer. Margaritas, classic cocktails. There is something for everybody when it comes to Carbless. If you haven't tried them, I challenge you. Try them all. You're going to find, I have a hard time whittling them down. I'm not going to lie. Once I feel like I love the margarita, I'm ready for the Tropical Bliss, then I'm ready for a Moscow Mule. There is something for everybody. Not only that, it's a guilt-free experience. No sugar, no carbs, and no gluten, but always full of flavor. Just 100 calories per can and the perfect level of carbonation. Just a little bit to make you feel like you're drinking that ready-to-drink cocktail. So Carbless, they define the summer. This is more with Carbless.
My fiance has no faith in me. Should she? She turns 30 in a week, and I decided to do a birthday on Saturday.
Oh.
Wait, this Saturday?
Can I pull it off? Next. Thanks for the faith.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
We were going to extend more invites, but I just jumped the gun for some reason at the meeting because I thought I was being like funny and personable, and I just don't know how to read the room. I was like, oh, this guy who doesn't know me is going to think it's hilarious that I'm with Josh. And I'm saying, hey, Josh, you didn't get the first round invite. Suck it.
In what world would that person find that funny, though?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Wrap up the first half of the season with the Brewers as they take on the Nationals July 11th through the 13th. Kick the weekend off with the Crew's annual celebration of black culture at the Negro Leagues tribute game on Friday the 11th. Then, your next can't-miss giveaway arrives on Saturday the 12th when the first 25,000 fans will get a 90s throwback jersey presented by CBS 58. Grab your seats at Brewers.com.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Real Estate Services, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We've sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Workplace stress is now a leading cause of declining mental health, with 61% of the global workforce feeling it more than ever. You can't escape work, but you can take small steps to take care of yourself. A walk, some sun, a favorite song, and therapy. Ongoing support to build resilience for whatever your day throws at you. Balance is tough, but getting help shouldn't be. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Hey, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Hey, Joe.
To what do we owe the honor?
Don't you have CEO type things you need to be doing?
Or Joe might be here because he's been doing some CEO type things that he thinks we should know about.
Bingo! You guessed it, Monica.
What do you need us to do, Joe?
Well, I'm here because I want to present an idea to you.
Cool. What is it?
I've been talking with finance companies and was able to make a deal for 18-month financing at 0% interest with a $750 or more purchase.
And your idea was to offer 18-month 0% financing to all of our customers?
It's subject to credit approval, but yeah, that's what I was thinking.
How long will we be able to do it?
From July 1st to July 31st.
0% will let people buy diamonds that were on their bucket list.
I know what I'm buying.
I'm going on a shopping spree. I'm going to have more jewelry than the Queen of England.
So you like the idea?
We don't like it. We love it.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, your boy is trying, guys. He's doing his best. Got a wedding in like a month and like 13 days.
Exciting.
Did you guys fill out all your RSVPs?
I need to do mine yet. I'm coming. We're 50-50 on Lexi. Lexi's going to be 38 weeks pregnant.
He's not
She
mad.
wants to go, but
if she wants to go, she's more than welcome. But I understand if she's like,
I don't know if I'm gonna. So we are holding out, but that's the only reason why. Count me one for sure.
One for sure. All right. Well, you don't get invites, so don't worry about you. But that's coming. That's a big deal, right?
Can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Coming off the 4th of July. Love the 4th of July. I was out of town for it, and then next thing I know, it snuck up on me. The next Wednesday is the 30th birthday for my fiance.
Oh wow, 30.
She'll be
3-0. You putting her at that age out there?
Yeah, I'm 33, turning 34. You know, like it's.
Did she give you consent to, or not consent? Did she give you permission? Permission. She gave you consent. All right. Permission to say her age out in public?
No.
Okay, I'm just.
It's a big 3-0.
Is that a big deal?
It's not a big deal, but the 3-0 apparently is, and so
it is. It's the last big birthday.
Well, and like,
really
there's no getting a surprise by her. So I was kind of happy. Somebody who I told like kind of a plan told her what was like it was kind of going to be a surprise if it worked out, but she just blew it and told her like that we're getting together this coming Saturday.
What do you mean she blew it?
She was like, we're getting together. Like,
what do you mean she blew it?
Okay.
You told somebody your plan and she messed up your plan, the secret?
Yeah, and that's
it would have been a problem. I would have been a good person.
I moved on with it, and so now it's now to then when she found out that there was something happening, we were at a concert, and then I was a little enjoying myself, having a couple of drinks at Summerfest, and I was like, all right, since you already know, I'm gonna do hibachi for you.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean you're doing hibachi?
Today I found out that she thought I was gonna hire hibachi.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
not cheap.
I'm the hibachi, is what I told her.
I don't know why she.
That's what she said. I thought it was cute.
That's not.
No,
that's pathetic. That's awful.
Not just for her, but
I'm going to cook for you and your friends
So
on
wait.
my what is it, stove top? What do they call
Blackstone.
it? Blackstone, like I always cook, but now I'm just gonna have fun, just chopping with hibachi.
Are you
Ding,
saying
ding, 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 ding.
You're going to be hibachi for just her or for this whole party?
For the whole party.
Oh, this is a mistake.
I bought a
huge
costume.
Oh
no, you. Oh my
Costume.
gosh.
Yeah, I bought the hibachi costume.
Is this
This is fun for you. This
yeah,
is not
yeah.
for
This is a
about
gift
her.
for yourself. This is you trying to like be entertained.
She then goes, "Do you know you need cups, knives, plates, this, that?
You even know
the lawn's not ready yet."
You went to hibachi on your bachelor party, did you not?
Yeah,
you saw that and you thought to yourself, I could do that. I could do that. And you know what?
That's exactly what it was.
And I'm going to do it for my beautiful fiance, and she's going to love me.
That's not how it went.
But those are like pros. You're not a pro. You don't know how to cook.
Ben, you don't know how to do it right.
Ding,
ding, ding, ding. It's more than ding, 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 ding. You got to chop up food. You got to make the rice be like. You need to put on a show.
You don't know how to do the volcano.
Yeah, exactly. Look, you can't do the volcano.
You can't do the volcano.
You think I don't?
You go.
No,
I hope you have homeowners insurance because you might blow up your damn house.
Okay, I do. I'm protected.
And then good American Family Insurance. And then also the little birdie. They did a little bird. You know how to do the little birdie to entertain.
Oh, the birdie. That's right.
He's like,
shrimp in the pocket. Are you kidding?
They're just gonna watch.
Are you shrimp in the pocket?
So
I've been practicing for the last week.
Ben, time out. And so tell me this. So you're gonna set up chairs outside of your hibachi grill and expect people to just sit in front of your grill?
Well, no. Like I think everyone can party, listen to music, and I'm just ding, ding, ding,
So
ding, and it's ready.
She's having a cookout.
Yeah, and I'm the.
She's having a barbecue.
Are you doing anything else? Or like you're just saying, come over to the Brust household, and I'm doing hibachi.
Well, we're all going to go out for drinks after that. We have a babysitter.
This is her 30th birthday party.
We're getting married in a month. The man can only do so much.
Oh, the man got. Listen, you the one who you chose this. You the one who proposed. You the one who helped choose the date. You knew she was getting married in July. I mean, excuse me, her birthday was in July.
I figured she would give me like the. Oh, yeah, no, I was stupid.
Not
at
at 30.
But like,
you just got to suck it up, Buttercup.
It's overrated.
No,
maybe to me, but not to her. Gosh, I got to be better.
You got to go big for this one because every successive.
Will, why
birthday
the hell are you sending out of office emails right now?
Because I'm going to be out of office.
You're on the show, damn it!
Well, that's why I scheduled it right now, so no one would come after.
He scheduled it. Yeah,
scheduled it ahead of time.
Pass. Delayed delivery.
My
Big
heart
fan.
dropped when you said that.
He scheduled.
I forgot I did that.
He scheduled the email, but don't take the smoke off of you, Mr. I planned terrible birthday party.
Cody chimes in on the Carlos Talking text line. Ben needs to do this because when Elizabeth, his fiance, was on air and she was asked why she likes Ben, one of the first things she said was he makes her laugh. So I'm going to be...
it's a comedy routine.
Yeah, it's a comedy show.
Oh, my God.
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm going to tell you this. Laughs don't last forever.
What you mean? What are you talking about?
You're going to need to do something more to make her love you more than your laughs.
It's gonna be funny for.
Who are you to tell me?
Listen, my girl don't love me. I'll make her.
Sorry that you're not funny.
I'm hilarious, but I'm just saying, it gotta be more than last, Ben. It gotta be more than last. You're gonna have to start doing something because this is gonna be a disappointing 30th birthday. What did you do for your girl for her 30th birthday party?
She also told me. Hang on, that she booked the babysitter and already booked the reservation for her own birthday dinner Wednesday night.
Good for her.
Well, she knows
because
she knows she can't trust you to pull off an appropriate birthday party.
Rightfully so.
Damn.
How'd you do?
This is too real.
We went to Moab, Utah.
Oh wow, you flew her out. Well, you flew her to a ranch.
And we did
Shut up, Brad.
We did a surprise birthday
in
party
2 minutes.
And a surprise.
Moab
you
is
know
awesome.
what I did?
Moab is awesome.
I took baby girl out to a Baraboo Bluff winery where her family has some ownership at, and I surprised her with her family there.
Oh my gosh! Talk about just food. That's the cheap way out.
No, it's not. And I rented a whole van for everybody.
Wow, Kyle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not a limo.
It was like a conversion van.
Yeah, like a minivan.
Yeah, like a big van, like not a Mercedes Benz, but one of them vans.
A van.
A van?
Like a bus?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
A Sprinter van?
Yeah, something like that.
No, but you said it wasn't Mercedes.
It wasn't Mercedes, so the level down, it was like a Ford. It was a Ford EcoBoost. I don't know what it is. Ain't nothing wrong with a Ford. I love good Ford. I have a good Ford. But I did all that for her birthday. I surprised her.
I win.
I think it might be the
win.
cheap way out.
Yeah.
The cheap way. Wait a minute.
I got a van. He goes, I got a van.
You hosted it at your family's.
Her family's probably got a deal on the drinks. And then got a Ford van.
Whoa. I surprised her with her family, drove them all up 2 hours away where I had food for them. Okay. Bougie over here. Bougie 1 and Bougie 2. Some of us normal, hard-working, blue-collar Americans can only afford a Ford. And we ain't found on road dead like some people said.
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her.
Send this to all the Ford dealerships out here and let them know that I actually love American-made, unlike these two yahoos. And don't you get him off. I have a surprise birthday party.
I won this. I lost this segment until I won this segment.
A surprise birthday party where you take somebody out in their family somewhere. You get
in a van with no windows.
Oh, bro!
Wait, there were no windows?
There's windows. You guys are elitists.
Wow, this is
you
like
are
a missile.
He said, "Oh, bro."
I can't believe this.
Kyle's a bad boyfriend slash
stop
fiance.
It. That was an amazing, amazing birthday party.
We'll be back in 2 minutes.
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her.
Laughs are forever.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Men, you're being robbed of your potential. Research shows a shocking 1% annual decline in testosterone levels. That's why building muscle feels impossible and your confidence is at an all-time low. But here's the truth. You're not alone in this uphill battle. Mentality's physician-directed, FDA-approved treatment doesn't just level the playing field. It restores your body's powerful balance. Our patients experience a documented 30% increase in their testosterone levels. Stop struggling and turn this around. Defy the odds and reclaim your masculine edge at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire up your fantasy. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This fall, there's only one place to be, Camp Randall Stadium. Wisconsin football returns with can't-miss matchups, including Maryland, Iowa, Washington, and more. From the first touchdown to jump around and the celebration of the fifth quarter. Experience the traditions and unforgettable memories that make Wisconsin football so special. Single-game tickets are now on sale. Lock in your spot today by visiting uwbadgers.com or call 1-800-GO-BADGERS. Wisconsin football game day starts here. We'll see you at Camp Randall.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority. They are your premium provider for eye care and corrective eye surgeries. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. Dr. Nausheen Abbas joined the Holtebeck Eye Center team last September, and her practice philosophy is to provide patient-centered medicine by giving all options. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Northman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Kyle Wallace stuck his girlfriend in her 30th birthday party in a conversion van with no windows and said, surprise.
No, we're not doing this. This is about your terrible idea. My idea was phenomenal, and that's why she's marrying me now.
I'll give Kyle it was at least thought out, right? A surprise element.
Bro, I scheduled everything.
Bro.
I scheduled everything for her family to surprise her. I brought her to my parents' house so she could wait there. And then we had a parking ride out there close to 41st and 40. Well, I ain't going to say where my parents live at. But got her whole family, came in the van. They all popped out the van. She walked outside. I said, oh, my God.
One by one, they popped out the van that they could barely get in and out of the door.
It was beautiful. Beautiful.
One at a time.
It was amazing. And then we ate food. I brought all the food. And
Where was the food from?
The food, Costco.
Come on.
What do you mean? It was a birthday party. What do you mean?
You didn't cater it?
What's better, Costco or somebody cooking up some hibachi?
The van is expensive. The gas was expensive. The food was
gas?
gas. It's like 50 people that showed up.
Rudy from Sheboygan is chiming in here. He has 100% confidence in me that I will be able to do the Onion Volcano and all the top-tier hibachi incorporations. So,
no way.
And Ben,
No
we
chance.
brust.
No
Thank you, Rudy.
No way.
This is going to be a failure. You know, in hibachi, they spray. You're totally right about the fire. They spray the oil. Koosh.
Yeah.
The flame goes up. I know where your Blackstone sits. You better put that way by the fence. Keep that away from your house.
Yeah, just so the neighbor's house can burn down.
Yeah, exactly. Burn the fence.
North Shore Fire Department, be prepared to go to
I live right by the fire department.
Well, good.
Have him on call.
Be on call. Be ready. Just had his truck out there.
Should I give him like $20 to just sit outside and wait?
You should go there and say, "Hey guys, I'm Ben Bruss. I live right down the street. I'm doing this little hibachi grill out here, but can y'all be on call just in case things get out of hand?"
I'm trying the onion volcano.
What's on the menu? What's on the hibachi menu? Seriously, have you thought that through?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh my gosh. You probably only thought of shrimp and the onion.
What day is this
I
party?
got chicken, steak, shrimp, vegetables,
You got or you
rice,
plan on getting?
eggs, some sauces.
He didn't buy any of this. He didn't buy any of this.
Not yet.
This is all theory.
Yeah, it is because he was out of town. And ain't no way in the world in these last 2 days he got all that.
No, I had basketball. I was at the Brewers game yesterday.
And I know
tonight's planning night.
Yeah, planning night, but buying is Thursday or Friday.
Well, you're gonna get.
I gotta cut the grass.
You're gonna get balloons. You're gonna get decor.
Oh, he
you're
forgot
gonna get
about
a cake.
He didn't even think about
You
decor.
get all that stuff, right?
And then she proceeded to tell me that for the rest of our lives, all I want is to be surprised once.
She said that?
Wow.
You've never surprised her?
Wow. Can't say the same
She's
here.
unsurprisable.
No, that's not true. Not true.
She likes to control everything.
I'm sure if you popped up at her house with a van, a passenger van was taking her somewhere, she would, what is
That
happening?
would be a shock.
Yeah, she would say, "What the hell is happening?" I'm not getting in that.
Wow, bougie.
I will say there is something about like significant others. They're hard to surprise.
Totally.
I went through torture trying to pull off Lexi's surprise birthday party. After I said, never again. Never again. I'm never doing this again.
Softies.
It's so hard.
You guys are too damn soft all the time. That's why.
You gotta rely on other people to close their mouths.
Yep. Oftentimes, you reflect on your day and what you're doing. You got to stop yourself. You have to be a little deceitful.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
A big thing is always in relationships, and she was like, always be honest.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to be.
So I got to lie now?
For their own
You
good.
want me to lie? You can tell me to be honest. No, I'm lying. I can't. Which one is it? Up or down?
Good.
And do people like surprises? I don't think they actually like surprises.
I think surprises are overrated.
Way overrated. Because you're unprepared. You walk into a situation, you're unprepared. You're trying to get your bearings for the first hour, and then before you know it, the party's already done.
Have you ever had a surprise birthday party?
I have.
Have you been?
Lexi threw me one.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's why you don't like them.
You never had a surprise birthday party?
I've never been surprised in my life.
Oh man, you need to get fiance on that.
Oh, actually, my fiance did surprise me with my family that came up at my birthday last year.
Oh wow! And
I've never been surprised.
And she gets,
I guess I have.
And she gets
Last year.
hibachi. She gets the broke down
And
hibachi.
she gets hibachi.
Not even hibachi. She just gets to eat for a cookout.
Oh,
the 4th of July was last week. She gets another cookout. Yeah.
A bad, poorly
Wow.
executed cookout.
We all love a good old grilling.
Here's the thing, guys. Is I came to you vulnerable, and you guys have buried me.
No, as you
This
should
is
be.
us
Barry.
being Pat Murphy. Like we need to ground you. Like you're getting above your skis.
But the thing is at this point, like my plate discipline is gone, and so I need you to like help me, right? Like one day of benching me and putting me back in the lineup's not gonna help. Like I'm lost, and you guys are just hit me while I'm down, while not giving me advice on how to get better.
So you need hard coaching.
No, I need you to plan it for me.
No, sorry. You got to be the one. I can give you encouragement, give you some tips. Like, hey, in the batter's box, you want to bend the knees, get the bat. I don't know what.
Brad, you just said
bend the knees.
Brad, you sound like you're already coaching T-ball.
Keep your eye on the ball.
I don't think there's any saving him because I recall last year he didn't even have a gift ready until the day.
No.
What happened? What
I
happened?
forgot a card.
No,
and a gift.
In a gift. You literally sent her because you bought the gift on a golf
Because the
course.
ESPN Milwaukee Open is coming next Tuesday. I was with you. That was your fiance's birthday last year.
And Valentine's
What is
Day.
this, a roast?
No, we're just being honest. This isn't a roast. The roast is making fun of somebody.
What
being
was Valentine's
honest.
Day too this
Valentine's Day, he didn't get her any flowers. He didn't get her anything. He was the day of Valentine's Day last year. He was also trying to figure out what he was going to do.
Yeah. Ben.
Yeah, you're bad.
This is
at
an
it.
intervention.
Will, can you chime in and have my back?
The only thing I got is I love how the only thing you have planned is the least important component. Like you just bought the costume. Like you don't have anything else planned, but you have a costume for yourself.
Now that's a
The
good.
thing, he
good
got himself a
observation.
gift before he got his fiance.
Yeah.
I'm the gift.
Oh gosh.
You should just make it all about you. Just get really good at doing the tricks.
Yeah. This is a happy
Faye.
birthday to my fiance. But no, gather round.
Watch
around,
me. Hey, don't look at the baby. That's cute. Look at me. I'm the cute one now.
I got to figure out where to put the baby.
She's not going to be in attendance.
I found out today that my fiance doesn't want her in attendance.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Dang.
She wants to be around her all day until the party when I'm ding, 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 hibatching it up.
She needs her undivided attention for ding, 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 ding.
Do you have a plan?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a plan tonight.
You know what? This goes back to Ben at the University of Wisconsin.
Yeah, you're right.
Of not preparing and then cramming and then somehow still getting his diploma.
But I'm going to pull it off.
That's the thing. Like, he needs to get burned. I hate to put that on you, Ben. But you have not learned your lesson all these years. You always pull it off. You always find a way. I got burned. How do I get burned if Ben doesn't get burned?
Because I got this bleep-eating grin on my face.
Ben finds a way, so he's convinced himself that no matter what the occasion, he'll always pull through.
And then everyone around me is convinced by the same thing.
He needs to get the silent treatment for a week. He needs to learn his lesson.
He needs to be benched, Pat Murphy.
He needs to be benched. To his fiance,
I'm Joey Ortiz.
You're Joey Ortiz. You might hit a grand slam, but you got to be benched.
She's got 6 weeks to get you right.
Watch out, fire departments. I have good home protection, thanks to our great partners.
Yes, you can have great home protection because of our partners. And the partner you have to work with is American Family Insurance. At American Family Insurance, for almost 100 years, they have been committed to making life better with the right home and auto policy. If you've been thinking about switching your home and auto policy, if you've been thinking about trying to bundle, you need to contact American Family Insurance because they have you. When you bundle, you save money, and you can do that with American Family Insurance, and it's so easy. Just visit amfam.com. That's amfam.com, or simply do what I do. I go to Google. I type in American Family Insurance and see who my local agent is, and you can find somebody that's right there, local with you, that you can talk to, that can help you every step of the way, or you can simply get a quote by visiting amfam.com. That's amfam.com. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Contact an agent today by going to amfam.com.
We hear from Brad Nortman. It is Wednesday at 3:15. Hear Brad out is next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
What are you going to do with the video?
It was going to be on Snapchat if I got the pick right.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We are starting off with a couple of issues. First of all, northbound on 43. We had an earlier vehicle fire. It was a semi that was on fire early this morning. That still has the right lane blocked just north of Hampton, and it is going to be there for a while. Things are just really kind of a mess through there. It's going to be very backed up all the way from Fond du Lac Avenue up past Hampton. The southbound side backing up from Good Hope Road down to Hampton. Southbound on 41 slowing from Good Hope Road all the way to Capitol Drive. Northbound dealing with an accident at Mayfair Road. The left shoulder is blocked right now. We got backups from Watertown Plank Road all the way past the accident scene up towards Hampton. Traffic is brought to you by InfinityExteriors.com. Dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit InfinityExteriors.com. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear, cooler, a low of 61. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 77 at the lake, 82 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
Zach Tom is one of your core players. You identify a core player early, you sign them long-term, and you get them at a better rate.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
When you're forcing guys to consistently prove it, and there's no risk on the table for them, there becomes some semblance of resentment.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong wind and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $250 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know it's not just a car, it also drives your children's dreams. So whether you're going to soccer practice, robotics club, or opening night in the school play, we help protect those dreams. Save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Let's hear Brad Nortman out on Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. 800-990-3776 is your Carbless talk and text line. List is more to get into the show. Brad finished a 3-part Hear Brad Out series to make Summerfest even better than it already is, because it is already great.
It is.
No idea what's coming next, but as always, if you hate it, let us know. 800-990-3776. If you love it, too, it's just very rare. Hear Brad Out time.
They say punters are people, too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people, too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad Out.
All right, guys.
Ooh,
look at Will. Will was so excited.
Yeah, a little too overstepping. You just became a full-time teammate. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
All right. This is Here Brad Out. Guys, I'm on a heater. 3 weeks in a row of Summerfest, being pretty well received, if I might say. And this one, you guys are going to want to be a part of this one, okay?
Oh, yeah, I always feel that way.
I've got a solution about how we can change the ownership structure of the Milwaukee Brewers. We're upset with Mark Antanasio. He never spends the money, all the stuff. Brewers are going to take a little bit of a page out of the Green Bay Packers book, but do it for real. The Milwaukee Brewers should get bought out by the public. Now, here's what this would look like. It would be a true community-owned team, unlike the Packers, which is kind of just, gently spoken, a little bit of a charade, right? There's no decision-making. There's no financial benefit.
This sounds like a disaster.
But the Milwaukee Brewers, now listen to this.
It is an absolute
listen to this. The Milwaukee Brewers will be bought like a publicly owned company with a little bit of restrictions. Here's how I view it. Milwaukee Brewers, as of March of 2025, valued at $1.7 billion. $1.7 billion. When a company actually sells, there's always like a premium attached to it. So we as a public are going to buy it from Mark Antanasio for $2.5 billion.
2.5?
$2.5 billion.
Keep going.
It's a little bit of a premium, but it's not too bad. There's going to be 5 million outstanding shares that sell for $500 a share. Something that's a little bit of a stretch, but even the average Joe can get a little bit of piece of the Milwaukee Brewers. Here are the rules. You can't buy more than 1%. No, we don't want any person that actually takes full ownership of this. This is true community ownership. I'm going to tell you exactly how that's going to look. So no one can own more than $25 million. Nobody can own more than 1%. It can only be transferred once every 10 years. You buy it, you hold it. You can't sell it. Every 10 years, team gets reevaluated, and you're allowed to sell it to a waiting list, like the Packers season ticket waiting list, if you want it. Now, here's where it's
Hang on,
fun.
can we just take a timeout?
No, I just want him to finish. Because
No, I'm just confused.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I just wanted to know if you.
Long story short.
Yeah, we were waiting every 10 years to reevaluate.
The public is going to buy the Brewers.
Okay.
You can buy it for $500 a share, but nobody can own more than 1%. So it's fully community owned. Now, here's where it gets fun.
Yeah.
An app is going to be created so that owners can have voting rights and make all the decisions that we get so upset about. So if we want to increase the cap, we say, okay.
And what cap?
There's no cap.
What cap?
It's called a payroll.
Payroll. If you want to increase the hold on, I'm not done yet.
Who's going to pay for it?
I'm going to get there. If the Brewers want to increase their payroll, which we complain all about, a push notification will be sent to all the owners, and you can decide, yes, I want to submit an additional $10 to increase the payroll so that you can go out and get. So you can go out and get Aaron Judge. You can go out and get
how many?
Betts.
Tell me how many owners there are again.
So there's going to be 5 million shares. So $10 from every owner could be $50 million to the payroll. That would be big.
How do you sustain that each year over year?
That's the thing. You'll act like an owner. You have to decide if you want to keep putting money into it to keep on getting better
players. How do I get my residuals back?
What happens if the market crashes?
Here's the thing. Now, listen, guys. This is what hear Brad out. Let me get there.
Well, Brad is just as bad as his birthday.
The notification, 75% of owners need to say yes. So 75% need to say yes. Like, yes, we want to put in an additional $10 potentially every year to see if you want to go increase the payroll and improve the team. That way, when you watch the Milwaukee Brewers, you can say, you know what? That product on the field, I'm partially responsible for that as an owner, and I can decide if I want to put more into it or not. It doesn't pay a dividend. Every dollar gets reinvested back into the team.
I'm not getting anything back.
You're getting a better team.
You're
getting a better team. And here's the best part.
They've went to the playoffs 6 of the last 7 years, and I haven't spent a dime.
Here's the best part. Think about this could be the push to get them over the edge. We're looking for that
another
big
push notification?
Not only do owners get say on payroll.
You're not serious right now.
No, I'm serious. Because the NFL is now letting private equity own part of the team.
That's different. Those are the private equity firm.
This is the next step. This is the next iteration of that. Final thoughts here. Final thoughts.
Thank God.
Within this app, obviously we can decide to increase payroll if we all decide. Other things included would be alternative jerseys. They send out all the ideas and the owners vote. How about concerts like Nelly? Entertainment things like that. And here's the best part.
Where's the best part? You're trying to find in your notes?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase this correctly. The owners can't all possibly do it together. We need one person to enact what the owners want.
Mark Murphy.
And he is the man that's going to lead it in retirement.
Okay.
We're going to hire Mark Murphy out of retirement, and for the first 10 years, he is going to be the man that enacts the owner's wishes.
When we send this to him to listen to, you think he's going to be like, oh, yeah, this is really well thought out. I can't wait to retire and come out of retirement for this.
Get a good laugh.
Yeah, but he knows how to run a team. He knows how to run a team. He knows how to get a championship, build Titletown, get the draft. Mark Murphy
All right. This is by far your worst idea ever created.
I thought this is going to be universally loved.
No, this is
because
stupid.
we complain about the owner.
It's baseball. You got $1 billion payroll. We can't pay Shohei Ohtani $1 billion. What are you going to do?
500 shareholders could.
No, we can't.
$5 million.
Brad, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. It's not a good idea.
So this is Wisconsin. This isn't New York City.
I'm talking about $10.
The Packers have such a fantastic model, but also they get to work within the fact that there is a salary cap in the NFL. That's why they're so tight with their money. In the MLB, there is no salary cap. These guys are getting paid $50 million per year. You gonna get $10 from me every year for how many different players? I'm going to have fatigue.
It's up to you.
I'm going to have fatigue.
It's up to the owners.
I'm going to sell and I can't even sell my shares.
They're locked in for 10 years. This is just a horrible idea.
That sounds like a Ponzi scheme.
But we could finally get what we are all craving, and that is a Brewers World Series.
No,
we get
that
to
doesn't
pump
guarantee.
The payroll.
That doesn't guarantee
it's closer than tight Mark Antanasio.
This sounds like a train wreck ready to happen. This is bad.
You
this is worse
team,
than a timeshare.
Higher payroll. We all get say.
This is worse than Firefest.
Yeah, this is bad.
Wow.
Brad, this is bad.
You guys are not visionaries.
You've been off for how many weeks, and this is what you came up with?
I've had this in the pressure cooker for like a while. I've just been waiting for the right moment to bring it out, and this is that right moment.
You kept it in too long. It's burnt. It's ruined. It tastes disgusting.
What don't you like about this?
It's a bad idea.
You can own some of the brewers.
Stop in this Thursday, July 10th from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. to see WTMJ, ESPN Wisconsin, and 1017 The Truth live in Pella's showroom. Schedule your in-home consultation. I want Gina to continue to like you, so I jumped ahead and wanted to tell everyone about Gina Della from Pella. Schedule your in-home consultation for a chance to win amazing prizes, Brewers tickets, and giveaways from this season. A game-worn jersey. Actually saw today in our offices.
It was so dope.
Did you see how dope that game-worn jersey was?
It had dirt on it.
Oh.
It had dirt on it.
That's his game-worn.
A really good player.
A great player.
Yes. Badgers College game day tickets, Wisconsin State Fair, Green Bay tickets, and much more. Winners are going to be chosen every 2 hours, so don't miss your chance to win. $2,000 off your minimum purchase of $5,000 when you hold your appointment before July 31st. If you don't have time to stop in, you can also schedule an appointment by calling Pella 855-PELLA-WI or visit PellaWI.com on July 10th to be entered into raffles. The more you enter, the earlier you enter, the more you have a chance to win. These are great. Like, these prizes are unbelievable. What we're doing at the Pella showroom tomorrow, get ready, folks. It's going to be absolutely amazing. 855-PELLA-WI, PellaWI.com. Schedule your consultation. You're entered to win great prizes, great drawings, and I saved everyone from here, Brad, out. I deserve a pat on the back. Pat on the back.
Rarely do I like you saying I deserve a pat on the back, and I give you a pat on the back. But based off the fireworks you're hearing from Will, I am so happy you cut him off. That was so bad. That was terrible.
I feel bad for our audience.
As a Packer owner, Kyle, I thought you'd want that. And as a seam head, I thought you'd want a little bit of ownership of the Brewers.
They're talking text line. Did they just say it was trash? They had to say that was the worst idea ever, bro.
I think people want to own some stake in the Brewers and fund that World Series journey.
JD and Fondy, Brad, B. Well thought out, math is correct, but not fiscally sound.
Not fiscally sound.
Yeah.
World Series rarely are.
You wasted your degree.
And you wasted my time. More next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
Brad.
Kyle.
I know.
Kyle.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Big delays along southbound 41, starting around Good Hope Road all the way down to about Capitol Drive, northbound slowing from Swan Boulevard all the way up past an accident scene just north of Mayfair. It's off on the left shoulder all the way up to Hampton. Southbound 43 backing up from Good Hope Road down to about Hampton. Northbound is slowing from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up to Hampton, where there was a vehicle fire earlier this morning. They still have the right lane blocked because of this. They're trying to do some work on the roadway to fix some of the damage. Traffic is brought to you by the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live. Tonight, stop out and see Generation Z at 7. Enjoy live music at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park tonight with Generation Z. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, mostly clear, cooler, a low of 61. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 77 at the lake, 82 inland. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards. They're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel. It's a glow-up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire up your fantasy. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Choose from payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest, plus a free in-home window and energy assessment. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Wrap up the first half of the season with the Brewers as they take on the Nationals July 11th through the 13th. Kick the weekend off with the Crew's annual celebration of black culture at the Negro Leagues tribute game on Friday the 11th. Then your next can't miss giveaway arrives on Saturday the 12th when the first 25,000 fans will get a 90s throwback jersey presented by CBS 58. Grab your seats at Brewers.com.
Hey, it's Kenny Sargent with Speed Freaks, and are you still paying full price for gas? Well, stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use the limited time promo code HIGHWAY and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. Listeners are making $200 to $300 a year just from buying the gas they already needed. Don't wait. Download the free Upside app now and use the promo code HIGHWAY to redeem your 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code HIGHWAY. Look, at first, I thought it was too good to be true, but it's totally legit. Plus, you can cash out anytime. Don't let this offer drive on by. Download the free Upside app now using promo code HIGHWAY. That's promo code HIGHWAY for a limited time 25 cent per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, who might be banned from Hear Brad Out for a little bit, of an extended period.
Oh, I was cooking with Summerfest.
Yeah, and then you came back with the biggest dud you've ever given us. Your idea to make the Brewers public made the kind of offensive universal menu sound like a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
now
Brad.
that's saying something.
This was
You wanted Chinese food places to have French fries and burgers
and chicken fingers.
And Mexican restaurants to have...
It would appeal to everybody.
Pizza.
There are some Here Brad Outs that I go into, and I realize they're maybe fringe popularity, right? I mean, I'm going against the odds. I legitimately thought this one was going to be a no pun intended home run.
No,
I thought this was going to be like,
you made
Brad,
it. But here's the thing.
Brilliant. Visionary.
I like in Hear Brad Out when we do Hear Brad Out and you go an extra mile to push the limits. Dude.
Oh, that was Mark Murphy for this one.
Yeah, Mark Murphy, that's the guy you want?
Yeah.
Out of all the executives that you want to try to
How could you argue with Mark Murphy?
I don't know. One championship, which is great. It's fantastic. But he was here for almost 20 years.
He's talking about having people vote on push notifications for an organization in Major League Baseball.
Absolutely. This was probably as bad
24
as,
hours.
This was as bad as Strofe yesterday with his what do we even call that? His Packers countdown song?
I thought you were talking about when he was getting twins confused of which one was his actual girlfriend.
In there.
Yeah.
In there.
Wow, it's in that ballpark.
That being said, so Brad, I'd like you to actually, I'm being sincere because you guys were tough and sincere with me about my birthday planning for my fiance.
Yeah.
That sucked. Please be better.
Okay. I'm taking that hard coaching back to the Here Brad Out lab next Wednesday. I'm going to cook.
And I'd also like to add in, can you say, I had Strope say it yesterday, Ben was right?
About what?
What do you got going on this weekend?
Oh, yeah. So everyone, we all
Kyle
know
Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talking text line with full-time Will running the show.
It is painful to say that sometimes Ben Brust is right, and he was right in this situation. We all know the first lady of the Nortman Estate, Lexi, is pregnant. We're on week 31 here. We're on our way.
We got a lot of big life events. You're having a baby. Kyle just got engaged.
Yeah.
I'm getting married in a month. Strofe might be eloping.
I mean, big
full-time Will just got his first job out of college.
Is that first check hit yet?
No.
Oh, that's a good feeling.
What are you
Whole
gonna do
new
with that?
appreciation for taxes.
What am I gonna do? I don't know. Probably buy some clothes. Buy a bunch of Chipotle gift cards.
Way to make yourself sound really interesting to the audience.
That kid didn't know negotiate.
That is
he
a
took the
20.
first offer they
How
put
old
in his
are you,
face.
22?
22.
That's a 22.
He said,
year-old
"Wow,
right there.
y'all gonna pay me this much to talk about sports?" I remember I was that naive and dumb.
Yeah. Wow, dumb. That's a little
I
far.
was young, naive, and dumb. I used to work for $9 an hour for a long time.
Wow.
So what did you decide to do?
So anyway,
Bradley?
in preparation for baby Nortman's delivery, which will likely be early September, Lexi wants us to take, which I support, these like preparation classes. And there was an option for the like birthing class to do 4 Wednesday nights or to do Friday night and all day Saturday. And I thought to myself, I don't want to do a bunch of Wednesdays. I want to go home. I just want to hang out. Feels like it elongates it. Lexi, she was leaning towards the Wednesdays. I said, Lexi, let's do Friday night and all day Saturday. Not only that, she said, okay, we'll do that. We'll do the Friday night and all day Saturday. Well, now has come to pay the piper, so to speak, because it's this weekend. That's going to be Friday night and all day Saturday, which is also our wedding anniversary. So I'm not sure we're going to go out anymore for that. Plus, she said, well, we might as well just stack it up then. So I'll sign us up for some breastfeeding classes tonight and tomorrow night.
Oh,
So I said,
wow.
oh
Wait a
my
minute.
gosh, wait a minute. I'm about to do like legitimately 25 hours of
You're going to
birthing
baby summer
classes?
camp.
Yeah.
What? Can I ask a question?
Why he has to be at the breastfeeding
Yeah,
class?
I mean, I can't. What, gonna hold the baby up?
I love
could
Lexi.
Put the milk.
I-
I could
this
put
is
the.
what
I'm
happens when you
more
love
than happy.
Lexi.
For baby girl, she get pregnant, Lord willing, I'm more than happy to put a little suction cup on to help with that. But what am I
You're
gonna
going
do?
to place the suction cup?
Here you go. Boop. There.
But Kyle, you got to be educated on this stuff because you might be called into action.
Call that. Do what?
No, you're not.
I'm not
But
nibbling.
like, you gotta support, encourage.
I'm dead. What am I? I'm dead serious. What am I gonna do?
What if you need help with the pump?
What do you mean help with the pump? What do you mean?
pump.
Come on, baby. Just go ahead, latch on. I can't do nothing.
I think Kyle was onto something.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can just cheer. I adjust. I don't know.
But Kyle, there's a level of oneness to this whole thing, right? You're in this together. Different roles, but the same job.
Ain't no way this class should be more than 2 hours.
It's
2 days,
I think
2 nights.
I think it's 2.5 hours Wednesday, 2.5 hours Thursday, 3.5 hours Friday,
Oh, you a lie.
and then 8 hours on Saturday.
See, I get Friday and Saturday. The Wednesday and Thursday, that one would have said, wait, maybe we can watch YouTube to figure this out.
No, this is like a legit class taught by like a professional.
So what are you
whatever
gonna
that
do?
means.
You gonna take notes in a breastfeeding class? What you gonna do?
I don't probably mental notes.
Actually, Ben,
I'm not
you
sure,
have a
I'm not
you're
sure
a
what I'm
parent.
gonna see.
How often did you help with the feeding?
When there was like, bottles, I would be able to feed a bottle. But the old famous line in Meet the Parents is, and he says anything with nipples you can milk, and he says, I have nipples, Greg, can you milk me? No, you can't.
Great line.
You can't. You can't.
Brad, you're just there for moral support.
Yeah, that's all.
I love Lexi.
When you love Lexi, this is the kind of things that you do. You sit in on the breastfeeding classes.
Yeah, this was too. It was too much.
What happens if baby girl says, Kyle, I've got your
baby.
I was gonna say to you,
my
word.
seed.
Yeah, my seed. I'm carrying it. It's been 31 weeks now of carrying it. I would like you to sit in with me on these breastfeeding classes.
I would say, baby girl, listen, how much I would love
See, it's
to
not so easy.
be part of this. I ain't the one drinking the milk.
But Kyle, it's really important to me because we're in this together.
2.5 hours? I would say people made it. How did people
Kyle,
make it through this world?
The great
How
philosopher.
did people make
So
it
the
through this
great
world?
philosopher Homer once said, people have been having babies for thousands and thousands of years, and they figured it out without these damn
I get
classes.
the classes for her. I agree. She should have classes to learn all the different tricks and the tips. And what you're going to do, because you could just read the notes and say, hey, try this. In your notes that you have,
Hey,
it
try
says
this.
maybe
Coach
adjusting the
her up
baby's
in real time.
Yeah, that's all it is. But I ain't got to be there. I'm telling you, Brad, you're a good one. I would have told her. I'm
Kyle,
not
you're
doing
going to be
it.
there too.
I'm going
He's
to
not
say
gonna be
no.
there.
You're going to be there.
I'm
You're going to be there.
Baby girl, if you're listening, I'm not going to the breastfeeding class. Just spark notes it for me, and I'll do my best to help.
Also, I'm guessing you probably have toured 18 hospitals.
That's going to be part of the next phase.
That makes sense.
Of growth.
Didn't tour a hospital, it all worked out.
We operate differently, Ben. We operate much differently. As we just described, you're trying to pull off a party for your fiance.
Yeah, but guess what? We also had a conversation yesterday about all the advice I've given you about parenting and how they've all been correct.
Ben's batting 1,000 right now with parenting advice. KBN Nation might not know, but Ben's a really good dad. Crazy, I know.
He is phenomenal.
I got into that whole crazy thing.
I mean, there was some questions about how good you would be, but you are phenomenal.
But that's the thing. Like, I pack 2 months in advance, and you pack the night before. This is just how we go about things.
Did you say yes right away, or did you try to fight back?
Of course I just said yes.
You didn't fight back. In your
Why
mind,
would I fight back?
So you just said yes.
She's been carrying my seed for 7 months. What am I going to say?
Don't say seed. That's Kyle's thing.
It is his seed. It's little Bradley.
It is.
Or little Bradleyette.
Little Bradleyette. Or
I don't know. Bradleyette? I don't know.
Bradley.
What would be the? Oh yeah, little Lexi. That's probably better. Say, what would be the female version of Brad?
You know what's good, affordable family fun that's not breastfeeding class or birthing class?
I would love to know.
Road America.
Oh yeah.
Brian Redmond's coming for Vintage Weekend on July 17th through the 20th. Brad will probably be touring hospitals and then, going to more birthing classes. But you could enjoy affordable family fun with kids 16 and under getting in free at the gate with a paying adult. I mean, that's a deal right there. Kids free for affordable family fun at a 4-mile racetrack with great food. You can also rent the track out on open weekends. You can bring your car out there. You can do so many wonderful, wonderful things at Road America. Go to roadamerica.com to get your tickets at the National Park of Speed. That is America's National Park of Speed, Road America. roadamerica.com to get your tickets. What did I not get to that we should have done? Who's the best coach in the state? That's next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Kyle, I think you're doing a good job getting it all off your chest.
I love Matt LaFleur.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
The reality is they were going to be paying him and probably not getting the best of him.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
This strikes me as a team that is putting its money where its mouth is when it comes to, we want Giannis to believe that we are busting our tails to be a contender and make him want to stay here. This makes me think John Horst is a pretty smart guy.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Erica, it's good to see you.
How are things at our amazing Germantown location?
Absolutely fantastic.
We heard you had a bold idea. What is it?
We're celebrating our 45th year in business, so I think we should give away some natural diamonds.
Wow, that is a bold idea. How many and how big?
3/4 of a carat. 9 natural diamonds, each one clarity enhanced for maximum brilliance. 1 diamond for each store.
How should we mount them, Erica?
We'll give them away as diamond pendants.
So each of the 9 Kessler stores will have their own diamond pendant to give away?
Yeah, and all a person will have to do is to walk into a store and register to win.
Can a person travel to all 9 stores and register at each one?
Yeah, why not? And people will have from now until July 28th to register.
I'm in.
Me too.
It's unanimous, and people should bring in all their old jewelry so that we can professionally clean it for them for free.
That makes so much difference.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority. They are your premium provider for eye care and corrective eye surgeries. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. Dr. Nausheen Abbas joined the Holtebeck Eye Center team last September, and her practice philosophy is to provide patient-centered medicine by giving all options. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
Turn your driveway into the basketball court of your dreams with Precision Sports, Southeastern Wisconsin's dealer for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator hoop systems. From installation to customizable painted court lines, Precision Sports is a slam dunk. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
Hey, golf enthusiasts! Discover a hidden lakeside course in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin at Majestic Oaks. Tee off on a course with over 2 miles of lakefront where wide fairways and challenging greens await. It's an 18-hole golfing experience like no other. Join them for the best family golf nights in the state where everyone can enjoy the game together. Golf, cart, drinks, and snacks for under $15 a person and several membership options for you to find the perfect fit for your lifestyle. Ready to play? Book your tee time today at LakeLawnResort.com. Majestic Oaks Golf Course, where your best game awaits.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between.
Now through Wednesday, save on 5 to 15.75 ounce selected varieties Frito-Lay Cheetos, Fritos, or Fritos Dip, 2 for $7. 16 ounce or 4 count selected varieties Halo Top ice cream or bars, $3.99. 10 to 13 ounce selected varieties Marie Calendar bowls or pot pies, 2 for $5. 3 to 6 count selected varieties Snickers or Dove novelties, $4.49.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Is there even a debate I know there's going to be some opportunities to talk about Kelly Sheffield, Mark Johnson, but as it pertains to the 6 major teams in the sport world of Wisconsin, it's the Brewers, the Bucks, the Packers, Badger basketball, Marquette basketball, and Badger football. Am I missing anything that's groundbreaking?
I don't think so.
Who's the best?
You say Marquette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best coach in the state.
Matt LaFleur.
Pat Murphy.
Pat Murphy.
Pat Murphy.
Look, I mean, he's top
Matt
half.
LaFleur or Pat Murphy?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's
Pull that
easy.
well.
I wouldn't say it's easy, and maybe I'm excited based off things that have happened. But when I look at, the teams, right, I think Matt LaFleur did a great job first year after losing Aaron Rodgers, getting his team to be 9-8. But we also have to remember in the highs with Matt LaFleur, there's also been a lot of lows. This team that Pat Murphy took over was basically their manager left after a high. The manager left after having a winning season. The manager left and abandoned the team. He jumped ship because he did not believe in the organization to get him to the promised land. And in comes Pat Murphy with a revamped roster, some young guys you're depending on, and he brought them right back to winning the NL Central. And now he has them within 2.5 games of first place, almost at the All-Star break. What Pat Murphy has done displays to me how great of a manager he is, because he is doing more with less. The Green Bay Packers organization and franchise after Aaron Rodgers moved on, they weren't in a superb position, but they weren't bottom of the barrel position. The Milwaukee Brewers had a pretty big turnover, and they were able still to find success. So for me, Pat Murphy and the job he has done, year one being the NL Manager of the Year speaks volumes for itself, but then what he's able to do in year two and back it up after a 0-4 start when you, Bradley Nortman, were ready to jump off ship. A lot of Brewers fans talking about -40 run differential, and look at him now.
Not ready to jump off ship. Panicking, yes.
You almost threw away your Brewers win total over under bet slip.
Almost.
You thought about it.
I was like, this is going to be worthless.
Yeah, 0-4.
Here we go
you
again.
thought about it. 0-4.
You're almost as bad as Jesse Nelson.
Now,
really
Pat,
are.
don't you go there. Don't you go there. Now, Pat Murphy is number 2 in the state, and it's a bona fide number 2. But Matt LaFleur is number 1. I mean, you can't argue with taking a guy, reinventing Aaron Rodgers' career. Let's not forget, 2018, 2019, Aaron Rodgers struggled. I mean, there's a 20.
You can say
17.
19. And 19, he wasn't that great.
Yeah, and Matt LaFleur still took them to 13 straight or 13 wins 3 times in a row, 2 NFC championship games, and then when the whole Packer program hit the reset button, decided we're going to be the youngest team in the NFL, he just turned that around, took a guy in Jordan Love who, let's not forget, when he played Kansas City, early those training camps, people wondered if they made a huge mistake. Like, he was raw as raw can be. But it's Matt LaFleur's coaching, Jordan Love getting better on his own, but putting him in a good position that's made Jordan Love one of the next new exciting young quarterbacks in the NFL. So to take the youngest team in the NFL 2 years straight to the NFL, his track record speaks for himself. He is literally just lacking a couple of postseason moments from being bona fide one of the best head coaches, not only in the Wisconsin, but in the NFL. He's not there yet, but he is the best coach in the state.
I mean, everything Pat Murphy has done for this team has turned to magic. I mean, last year you had a rookie sensation.
Not the wild card round.
And Jackson, not the wild card round, you're right, but Jackson Churio came in as a young 20-year-old last year, and he had us all in a tizzy of how great he was. Jacob Mizorowski is now the big-time story. Yeah. I mean, you got guys like Caleb Durbin, who probably is at best should be just a utility player that comes in and probably not an everyday shortstop or third baseman, and he's playing very well. Sal Frelick was on the trading block last year, but he still showed confidence in him.
That's crazy.
Freddie Peralta is pitching fantastic. The Brewers have just found a way to do more with less, and the team had even less, and he's still able to do more. So I'm telling y'all,
I want to say that you're right, Kyle, but I can't say it yet. I can't. You need a little more.
He looks 2 for. He might be 2 for 2 this year.
But I need to see how the rest of the year plays out. You're buying high right now, which
stock's rising fast,
and there's no doubt.
Isaac Collins, bro, we didn't know who that was.
I understand. Even Andrew Vaughn, who's playing well from the depths of the dead world White Sox.
He told Will he's a White Sox fan. He said, "Oh, he sucks."
What I do know is this is a great moment. Who is the best coach manager in the state of Wisconsin on Twitter at KBN ESPN? The options that we'll put are Matt LaFleur, Pat Murphy, Doc Rivers. Did not put other. He put Luke Fickell on there.
I just figured that was the next major.
Nobody.
Will Luke Fickell get any votes?
He should have 0. He should have 0. If Luke Fickell gets a vote, then they don't watch other sports. He should have 0 votes.
Would he finish last? Yeah, Shaka Smart, Greg Gard.
Yes. He would finish last.
Yeah, he'd finish last.
You know what's
I'm gonna change it.
You know what? No. Keep it.
I now, this is a science experiment.
Mm-hmm. What's so
what I meant
sad? To do. What's so sad is I just saw PJ Fleck got an extension at Minnesota, and they're okay. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they have a coach that they actually want to keep.
Crazy.
We got a coach we don't want.
It is a fascinating concept, having a coach that you want to keep.
Yeah.
Over Minnesota, for sure.
Well, and looking at, that never was a conversation that I even had to think about. I guess maybe Gary Anderson.
Yeah, Gary was trash.
But
he won 10 games.
He was better. He was better than Luke Fickell.
Yeah,
he was. It's not even.
He was.
It wasn't even a conversation.
Yeah,
they went to a Big Ten championship game and got trounced after. I mean, he was focused on taking a job at Oregon State, but still, he got him there.
Sure did. Crazy. I think it's Matt LaFleur.
I'm just watching this poll to see if anyone clicks.
I am dying to see
Luke
if anyone
Fickell's name.
The KBN Nation, don't just click it just to click it.
No, please don't. And again, I really do. I think one thing we have to appreciate, though, here in Wisconsin, and we have some pretty good coaches. We can say what we want about Doc Rivers, but he's a pretty established coach. And then Matt LaFleur has, he's had an opportunity here and he's thrived. And Pat Murphy right now has been sensational for the Milwaukee Brewers. So I think us overall, what this state has to offer us, the teams and everything, is just fantastic.
Pretty incredible too with turning the page of council. That was a 9-year stretch. Pretty unbelievable.
I was hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Craig Council hurt me.
Still hurt?
No, not anymore.
You found a new baddie.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes that's actually a real life situation for me. Breaking up for a breakup I had from a previous girlfriend was rough, but then you realize the grass is greener. It just keeps getting better. And look at me now.
Look at you now.
Well, look at us tomorrow at the Pella Showroom from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's all of our great Good Karma brand stations. You will have a chance to win a game-worn Brewers jersey. Badgers College game day tailgate tickets, State Fair tickets, Green Bay tickets. You can also win $2,000 off your minimum purchase of $5,000 when you hold your appointment before July 31st. So get to PellaWI.com. That is PellaWI.com, or give them a call. Let them know that you're here for the Gina special. You're here. Also, show up to the showroom, and you're going to be entered for all of these great things tomorrow, all day, 7 a to 6 p.m. at the Pella Showroom in Brookfield. Kyle Bruston-Ortman across ESPN Wisconsin. It looks as if it's going to come down to the wire if the Brewers will sweep. Down 2-1, top 9. Abner Uribe trying to get him to the bottom half. 2-1. Can the Brewers pull some magic? Kyle Bruston-Ortman continues next on 94.5 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Don't go anywhere. We're back in just 2 short minutes.
are brighter when we ignite.
Looks like we've got a couple of issues off the freeway system. One of them is on Highway 100 southbound at Dakota Street. Right lane's blocked with a crash. And then on 794 at about Oklahoma Avenue, the center lane is blocked on the southbound side, and all because of a crash there. So heads up with that. We've also got eastbound 94 backing up, heading into the Zoo interchange from Highway 100, and then from 68th Street all the way through the stadium. On the westbound side, we got backups from about 20th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Southbound 43, still heavy from Good Hope Road down to Hampton. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear, cooler, a low of 61. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 77 at the lake, 82 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Windows, windows, windows. You hear all about everyone's windows and how theirs are the greatest. I'll tell you, our windows are the best as well. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and I'm right there with you. We've taken the most trusted brand in windows, Pella, and paired them with such an outstanding business that we will deliver results to you at your home. Siding Unlimited has won Pella's prestigious 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award. Siding Unlimited is the company to install your new windows.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
Who's the best coach or manager in the state of Wisconsin, Matt LaFleur or Pat Murphy? Part-time turned full-time Will, producing the show, put Doc Rivers and Luke Fickell in the poll. Luke Fickell got a vote.
Oh, come on.
Before Doc Rivers.
That's saying something.
Doc Rivers won an NBA championship.
For real. And
Luke Fickell got Cincinnati to the CFP?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, that's nice.
Cool.
That's pretty nice. He also has his team not making a bowl game last year and maybe back-to-back years.
I wish we could, see who voted. We'd see who this lone
probably Luke
rebel
himself.
is.
Somebody from the Badgers organization probably went in there.
It was Luke. Luke himself.
A vote for me.
Cannon up with 0.
Poor Doc.
All right, so Bradley, you said something that doesn't have me worried.
Yeah.
But you started scratching your arm.
Can I also make another admission?
Yeah, go ahead.
About something. I did. Ben's referring to in pre-show. I said something to the effect of kind of getting that itch to place a wager. I was right. I've evolved. We've talked about that Josh Jacobs over 1,050 yards.
I was thinking about that
feels
today.
like easy money.
Yeah.
And so wouldn't you know it, Lexi and I, with all these birthing things, we have to get a babysitter sometimes. And I was like, I'll volunteer to go to the ATM to go get a little bit more cash out for the babysitter. And wouldn't you know, if I do, I've been really pressing hard. Lexi's like, well, we could just write her a check. I was like, no.
Write her a check?
Yeah, she accepts checks.
What?
I mean, I'd take a check. I mean, money is money.
I mean, cash is king for sure. But in
I
a jam,
prefer
she
checks.
She said, "You prefer checks."
I prefer Venmo
This
or
is
checks.
an 18-year-old probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, she got flash cash on her phone.
Yeah, you can deposit checks on your phone now.
yeah, it's big time.
Some of them don't even have bank accounts yet.
Oh, they have bank accounts.
But
These little silver spoon kids out that way, they got bank accounts. They got trust funds.
She doesn't have a Venmo, which is interesting.
It is interesting.
Anyway, I am more than volunteering to Lexi, saying, you know what, don't worry about it. I'll go to the ATM and I'll take out a fistful of cash, and part of that will be earmarked for the babysitter, and part of that will be earmarked for Potawatomi.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's
how far I've come.
What are you earmarking for Potawatomi? Why? Yeah, why?
Well, Ben,
how much did you earmark?
Guide me through the choppy seas that is sports gambling, because I know I'm placing money on Josh Jacobs over 1,050. That is just happening. The question is that a singular bet? Is that a parlay? And the Brewers, I mean, I might do like a pulse check again on my watch, because the Brewers got me all sorts of excited. Their World Series odds must be skyrocketing, right? I mean, we probably didn't buy low enough, so because they must be skyrocketing. We're probably going to get burned.
To get to the World Series or to
anything,
win?
anything. Give me something.
Well, how about we start with the World Series? To win the World Series, for the Brewers to win their first ever World Series, Bradley. The Dodgers, who the Brewers are currently playing, are plus 215.
Oh, wow, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
Like, that's very favored.
The Yankees plus 650.
Oh, wow.
The Tigers plus 700. The Phillies plus 850.
Oh, the Phillies.
Aren't we ahead of the Phillies?
The Astros plus 1,000. The Cubs plus 1,100. The Mets plus 1,300.
The Mets. The disrespect.
The Rays plus 2,500.
Oh.
The Padres plus 3,000.
Not the Padres.
The Mariners plus 3,000. The Blue Jays plus 3,000.
The Blue Jays.
The Milwaukee Brewers plus 4,000.
Come on. That is
make
disrespect.
You put $100
You
in
win
that
how much?
$4,000.
Oh, buddy. The Padres, they have 49 wins. The Brewers are sitting at 52. That ain't right.
They have more talent, they assume.
I mean, they have star power.
But I'm with you, Brad. That's a little
criminal.
ridiculous. But that's a lot of money. But Brad, listen, you didn't learn from the Bucks. Remember when you saw the Bucks, and remember the odds for the Bucks to go that would not only win the series, but you had a whole bet.
$20 would win you $3,000.
And you were going to go to Pato. You were going to go to Pato, and guess who decided to be the house on that one? Who
Homer.
Mr.
Did you pay him?
Yeah,
I
he
did
paid
pay him
Homer.
$20. He said he shook me down.
Homer, oh yeah, he did. Homer was willing to take on the risk of paying you $3,000 over $20 because he was that short.
Homer's joining us today.
Oh.
I want to go to Pato Sportsbook. I want to take it.
Yeah. Well,
because I'm thinking about putting 100 down.
I'm already going to place the Josh Jacobs bet. So
100 to win 4,000?
Think about what we do for $4,000.
$10 will win me 400, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
pretty good.
It's well worth a try. I mean, that's how they get you, though, huh?
So because winning the World Series does feel. What about just making it to the World Series
to win the pennant?
Win the pennant.
Win the pennant.
Plus 2,500.
Plus 2,500.
That's still good. That's still good.
That's pretty good.
That's still
What's
good.
weird is the Giants are behind the Brewers to win the World Series, but are ahead of the Brewers to win the pennant.
So they're behind the Brewers and the Padres and Mets and Cubs and Dodgers.
And Phils.
And Phillies. That's just small market disrespect right there. That's all it is.
I mean,
what you're not a believer?
No, I mean, I hope they win the World Series, but I might keep my $10 in my pocket for that. I've already put $20 on them winning the NL Central.
Yeah, I'd have that bet as well.
That's what I thought the ceiling was. Like winning 83 and a half games, I felt good about the Brewers winning 83 and a half games. I thought they were better than a over 3 games over 500 baseball team. And so, I mean, that's where I put my money where my mouth is. World Series, listen, I would be shocked. I would be shocked if out of all the years, this was the year that the Brewers finally broke through and actually got to the World Series. I mean, I would place a futures bet of 2026 of the Brewers going to the World Series.
Next year.
Yeah. But Brad, keep your $100 use it for the Packers.
Yeah, the Packers seems more of a sure thing. But don't you want a little more action on the Brewers? you're content.
I have great action on the Brewers. I got $10 on them over 83.5. I got $20 over NL Central.
Whoa. Bottom 9. What's going on, Will?
Tenure.
Say something, Lane.
A 2-2 game in the bottom of the 9th inning, and they're not done yet.
That's a
audio courtesy of 620 WTMJ and the Brewers Radio Network.
Man, the Dodgers.
Brad about to really go run and spend some of that money.
You want to know how? You want to know how? Isaac Collins. Single. Bryce Terang. I didn't see how he got out, but he got out. Caleb Durbin, single. Andrew Vaughn, pitch hit. Single.
Take
the aforementioned Andrew Vaughn.
We laughed about him a couple weeks ago, didn't we?
Hey, did you see who we traded for him?
Yes.
A guy named Aaron Savale.
Who won out? 2
2 2/3 innings yesterday. 5 earned runs.
Oh, such a shame.
Yeah.
Such a shame.
He's a starter, though. He didn't want to go to the bullpen.
Will, how did you describe Andrew Vaughn's game when he played for the White Sox?
I believe I described him as an underrated slugger, something along those lines.
Now
you're making it sound like you were being nice to him.
I said a change of environment would be very good for him. He's still got a lot of potential.
My gosh.
You a lie. Keep going. What'd you say?
Said he's
no wonder why his first check didn't clear yet. He's lying. First week on the job.
What are you guys referring to? What did I say?
He's a bum. He can't do anything. He underachieves. He's not good.
That must have been AI. I don't remember saying that.
That's a good excuse. AI does. It can get you. It can get you.
AI.
Now I'm locked in on the Brewers.
Well, give me Monasterio. Now.
1-2. Going in. The pitch. Strike 3 called.
Get out of here.
Monasterio.
That is actually Jeff Levering on the Brewers Radio Networks in 620 WTMJ. It's not over.
They got one out?
I think, no, that's 2 outs. I believe it goes back to the top. And this would be amazing if Sal Frelick does it on a day that Alex Strofe I was in person. Alex Strofe, big Sal Frelick guy. He was very early. There's a lot of Sal Frelick fans, but he was super early in the Sal Frelick fandom of the Brewers. And I was there yesterday. I let him know, hey, I was in person for a Sal Frelick home run, and you were not.
That would sting. That would sting Strophe.
No, this is a perfect at-bat for him. He's been hit by a pitch, struck out.
I think he might be flying right now, too.
What's perfect is he's flying to L.A. He's going to be in enemy-occupied territory, and Sal's going to hit the game-winning single.
Sal's going to come through here.
Come on, do it, kid.
Sal's going to all here.
And then we can play audio about Pat Murphy talking about Sal Frelick, basically humbling him at the podium yesterday. All right, well, let's get to Sal. Come on, Will.
You want me to play the audio?
No, live.
Oh, gotcha.
We do it live.
Oh, 2 on Sal Frelick with 2 away. Durbin gets as much as he wants down the line. The pitch. Guided foul and almost a catcher's interference. Sal leads the world in catcher's interference. Plucked that right out of the glove of Will Smith.
That click of the bat, so good.
Frelick is battling against Scott. He was just playing pepper with that one. Still 0-2. Scott deals. Ground ball right side. Hedman has it, flips to first, and the inning ends.
Some Dodgers fans at American Family Field.
Yeah.
These fake fans.
I know. Courtesy of 620 WTMJ and the Brewers Radio Network. Live looking.
What a rush. What a rush.
Well,
on to extras.
On to extras.
And on to talking about our great partners as well, because I don't want to miss anything for you guys. And that is Brad telling us how if you have a vehicle that want to be sparkly clean, you know what to do.
Oh, that's right. You got to go to Tsunami Express Car Wash. You know at this point, they are the go-to car wash location. No other car wash option will do. Only Tsunami Express has the high quality, but also very affordable, clean for your car. And get this. there is a possibility for you to get a free wash. So if you want to go check out what Tsunami Express is all about, get yourself a free wash and enjoy Milwaukee's fan favorite for a free car wash. Now, you get that first free car wash when you sign up online. That is the fully loaded $25 top-of-the-line car wash with gloss, protection, and of course, the free bonus perks like vacuums and mat cleaners, all free when you sign up for your first wash at TsunamiExpress.com. You're going to walk away from that first wash thinking to myself, oh my goodness, my car looks like it's brand new. I even feel cleaner because of my experience at Tsunami Express. Tsunami Express Car Wash is giving you the ability to drive that summer car with that sun shining all over it. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat with Tsunami Express.
800-990-3776. I see some responses to the best coach in Wisconsin sports. I want to hit that, plus keep you updated on all things Milwaukee Brewers as they're looking to sweep the Los Angeles Dodgers next.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN.
I feel like KBN Nation would agree, Kyle, that Ben has most of the issues on this
think
panel.
I would agree that I have the most flaws on this show as well. Brad's freaking perfect.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Delays continue along 41 southbound from just before Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive. We've got delays on the northbound side as well from Watertown Plank Road past a crash at Mayfair that is off on the right shoulder or left shoulder, and it's going to stay heavy all the way up towards Hampton. Southbound on 43 backing up from Good Hope Road down to Capitol Drive. More delays from North Avenue through the Marquette down to the KK River. Northbound's backed up from Fond du Lac Avenue all the way up past a vehicle fire that happened earlier this morning that basically devastated the pavement. They're doing work on that right now. That's why the right lane is blocked at Hampton. Traffic is brought to you by Third Ward Beer Garden. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden this summer. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear, cooler, a low of 61. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 77 at the lake, 82 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Men's wedding bands made from whiskey barrels and meteorites.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Wrap up the first half of the season with the Brewers as they take on the Nationals July 11th through the 13th. Kick the weekend off with the Crew's annual celebration of black culture at the Negro Leagues tribute game on Friday the 11th. Then, your next can't-miss giveaway arrives on Saturday the 12th when the first 25,000 fans will get a 90s throwback jersey presented by CBS 58. Grab your seats at Brewers.com.
The Bud Pavilion's free concert series Wednesday Night Live is a must this summer. This Wednesday, gates open at 6 with music from Generation Z starting at 7. Epic bands, unforgettable nights. It's Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park with Generation Z.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. I mean, there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
For general contest rules, visit espnwisconsincontest.com.
For over 50 years, Cousin Subs has celebrated and embraced the traditions of their home state of Wisconsin. And now, Cousins will be honoring a Wisconsin tradition like no other with their Pull Tab giveaway promo. Now through July 6th, while supplies last, guests will receive a Cousins Pull Tab with a sub or sub-inable purchase for a chance to win Cousin Subs for a year and much more. For additional info and official rules, visit cousinsubs.com/pull tabs. One pull tab per customer per transaction per day. To receive a pull tab with no purchase necessary, see official rules.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
That life of pain-free living is waiting for you on the other side of your visit to QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is going to give you a free, that's right, completely free consultation because you deserve that second opinion. You might have been told that surgery and steroids and drugs, those are your only options. I'm here to tell you that QC Kinetics is offering another avenue to take care of your achy joints, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back. Chronic arthritis, chronic fatigue, whatever it is that's causing that pain, you could be a perfect candidate for QC Kinetics, but you only know if you take advantage of that very free consultation. Putting an ultrasound on the area, seeing what's going on in there. Their expert professionals at QC Kinetics is going to chart a personal path to a pain-free life. Don't just take my word for it. 92% of patients report satisfaction from these results. In fact, at QC Kinetics, I've seen it for myself. They even say, people go to that free consultation, they get that free consultation, they say, why wait? Let's just start right now. I want my first treatment right now. And QC Kinetics can and will deliver. So if you want to see if you're a perfect candidate for a pain-free life, get rid of that joint pain for good, call QC Kinetics today at 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474, 414-285-3474.
A goose egg from the Brewers closer. Tied at 2 as we go to the bottom of the 10th on the Brewers Radio Network.
What a drop in from Lane Grindle and the Brewers Radio Network, courtesy of our team at 620 WTMJ. The closer comes in top 10, top of the 10th, extras, ghost runner Will Smith on second. I believe he struck out the side, if I'm not mistaken. And he struck out the first two. I didn't see how the last out happened. But the Brewers have an opportunity now. They were down 2-1 in the ninth. And, of course, Isaac Collins, Caleb Durbin, and Andrew Vaughn were the guys to tie it up, baby.
The hero.
When you say that out loud, it doesn't seem real. If I told you before the season that those were the guys, Isaac Collins, Caleb Durbin, and Andrew Vaughn were going to tie the Brewers up with the Dodgers.
Who?
To sweep them before the All-Star break. I mean, they got another series against the Nationals, I believe, who stink. Fired their coach and general manager. The Brewers are currently sitting 52-40 on the season, looking to make it 13 games above 500. They're 2.5 back from the Cubs and the Clown that left us for more money, which I understand, but it's still kind of like a icky.
I'm so glad he left. Addition by subtraction.
This team is better. They're more fun.
They are.
They're way more fun.
Well, they were fun with Counsell. We can't say that they weren't fun.
Counsell, but the mentality is different.
I like the mentality of Pat Murphy.
Good way to reframe
the
it.
mentality, the aura, the presence, the demeanor, everything about him screams confidence. When you look at Craig Counsell, he looks like a wet noodle.
I mean, yeah, you're exactly right.
You look at Pat Murphy, you think, that's a dog.
Yeah, you know that's a dog.
And this goes back to like Pat Murphy Appreciation Hour. He says what's on his mind. He's authentic. He's himself. He clearly connects with the players because he must have some personal connection with the players, because not just anyone can go in front of the media and say what he said about Sal Frelick.
Let's hear that. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Sal Frelick hit a homer yesterday to make it 3-1 to give some insurance for the Brewers in the bottom of the 8th. McGill closes it out in the 9th. And, of course, Sal, short, not known for power, but has some pop in that bat. Here's what Pat Murphy had to say postgame.
Just what he's been able to provide as a spark, but the power development for him has kind of been a new thing. Now it's the seventh of the season. Just kind of, what have you seen from him to tap into that more this year?
Let's not talk about Sal and power, okay? He's 5'5" and 155. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Anybody clicks the ball in the front. You know what I mean? If you click a ball, it's going to leave. You know. Let's not start putting that in his head. Do you know what that would do to Sal?
Love it. Love it.
That's a phrase and a sequence of discussion that you only have with a player you have a good relationship with.
Over to 620 WTMJ. Live look.
Warning track. He'll make the catch. Tagging from second. On his way to third is Frelick. And there's the productive at-bat to start up the inning you were looking for.
That is courtesy of 620 WTMJ. William Contreras does the job. A sac fly with a runner on second. You have, I believe, Jackson Churio coming to the plate. Just need a sac fly to end the ball game. Suicide squeeze, anybody?
And we know he's not gonna walk.
Currently fly to right, struck out looking, struck out swinging, struck out swinging. So he's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts.
Sounds like
he's due.
He is due.
Let's send it over to 620 WTMJ, our sister station, for Jackson Churio.
One ball and no strikes. Yates brings home the pitch. And a ground ball through the left side, into left field for a base hit. Frelick trots home, and Jackson Churio has walked off the Dodgers here this afternoon in Milwaukee.
Audio courtesy of 620 WTMJ and the Brewers Radio Network. Lane Grindle on the call. The Brewers have swept the Dodgers indeed.
Oh, wow. How about that?
I gotta repeat it again. It was freaking Isaac Collins, Caleb Durbin, and Andrew Vaughn. The more I say it, the more I don't believe it. Those were the guys in the bottom of the night to send into extras. Trevor McGill, the closer, comes in the 10th with the ghost runner. Obviously not a close situation. Strikes out 2, gets out of it with Will Smith at second. And then just like that, you have Sal Frelick, the perfect guy to make the last out, to be the ghost runner at second. William Contreras, a sac fly, sends him to third. And Jackson Churio single to left as Lane Grindle sends us here on Kyle Bruston Ortman with a sweep of the Dodgers, 53-40. Now 2 games back of the Chicago Cubs.
The Brewers have 2 young guys in their 20s who are just amazing. Jackson Churio gets up there and right away. Boom. No pressure whatsoever. I'm just here to play baseball, here to win ball games. A 23-year-old and a 21-year-old are leading the team.
I mean, it really is.
Cubs and Twins, 6:40 tonight for those who are like me that don't think it's too early to scoreboard watch and just enjoy everything that's happening around you. The Twins are minus 115. The Cubs are minus 105. So a very even pitching matchup in that game tonight.
I love it. I mean, listen, 2 games back now. Could be 1.5 back after tonight. I mean, I'm all with it. I mean, again, it's not too early to scoreboard watch, but it is exciting to see the Brewers part of this. And I think what makes it even better is that going into the season, though Brad and I put our money where our mouth was with putting money that the Milwaukee Brewers could win the NL Central despite everybody saying how good the Chicago Cubs are, it's still cool because, at the end of the day, you feel like an underdog again, right? And that underdog mentality is so much more fun. And as a Packers fan, so many years, we were the front runner. We were the person that everybody was chasing. Now I feel like there's a different level of satisfaction that I get with being the underdog, even with the Green Bay Packers, now with the Milwaukee Brewers.
Chris chimes in on the Carbless talk and text line. I need you to be Alex Strofe, and I need you two not to ruin it. Will, Brewers! Oh, no. Stink too, by the way.
Oh, come on.
Kyle's pretty good. You need your vocal cord surgery.
I do need that surgery.
And Will is a White Sox fan, clearly, because he couldn't really fully buy in.
Muster it up. Give it another shot, Will.
Brewers!
There it is. That's bad.
I mean, he peaked because he's still going through puberty.
It's not from the heart, man. It's not. That's okay. You're a White Sox fan, like you said.
Thanks for Andrew Vaughn.
Yeah,
have fun with Savale.
I told you guys. What I tell you? You keep asking if we're surprised about Andrew Vaughn. I'm not.
Wait a minute. Let me see. I feel like Will might have actually sent a text message about Andrew Vaughn first.
let's get his receipts.
First
get him.
Got him. I got to find the text chain that he's in. I'm going to do that. We're going to do that during the break.
Petey Pablo says Uke is dancing in heaven right now.
Oh, yeah. That's the only thing we're missing.
Oh, baby. The Dodgers 2-1 in the bottom of the ninth, and the Brewers send it extras. I mean, again, the way the Brewers won that series is something that needs to be talked about. Freddie Peralta, their all-star, in Game 1, gets his 10th win. Do you guys know how impossible it is to get wins in the MLB with the way that they have pitching now? Like, you have to really be efficient, and Freddie at times can get his pitch count up because he can get in some deeper counts, but he's been phenomenal, obviously. 10 wins and is an all-star. Then you go into a game after you blow out the Dodgers. What blowing out the Dodgers did was set yourself up in a second game of Kershaw and Mizorowski to have a rested bullpen. Now, I'm getting nerdy, but I'm going to get nerdy because this is amazing the Brewers are doing. The Brewers then give up a homer, Mizorowski to Shohei Ohtani. Mizorowski goes 12 Ks in 6 innings. Unbelievable performance.
12
Unbelievable.
Ks 12 Ks in 5.
12 Ks in 5, gets out of the 6th, going deeper than he's ever gone in a game. And then Sal Frelick hits a bomb in the bottom of the 8th to make it 3-1. You go Abner Uribe, your setup, who went again today, was a part of this victory. Both McGill and him, your two best bullpen guys, were available to go against the best team in the NL because you were able to blow the crap out of them in the first game with Freddie Peralta.
Yeah.
And then you grind your way to a victory where I looked at the odds live in-game on Pato Sportsbook. Potawatomi Sportsbook had live odds in the bottom of the 8th when Yelich was up with an opportunity at plus 600 on the money line. Over 3.5 at plus 115. I was thinking to myself, man, I wish I was by a kiosk right now because I would have just put like $10, $20 as a little flyer on the magic that the Brewers have. And then what do you have? Abner, like I said, comes in here. You go to the bottom of the 9th and you make something happen with guys that you didn't even think would be guys on a roster. And then you have the most productive Trevor McGill, top of the 10th, against a ghost runner, which is almost impossible to keep a great team from scoring in that situation, like the Dodgers are. And then the Brewers do what the Dodgers don't and execute in extras, sweep the freaking Dodgers. I think there's a day off, and then they get 3 against the Nationals, and then we go into the All-Star break.
I love this. This team is so far away from April when they got swept in a 4-game
Josh
series.
DiMaggio's here. Are you hosting the Homer Hour, Josh?